All right, everyone, we're back. It's Comic Artist Pro Secrets, Comicsgate Live. I am Ethan Van Sciver, a 26-year veteran of the comic book industry and still too stupid to use YouTube. Unbelievable. I'm
Damn
joined
it.
here.
I'm Mastio. I'll be back.
What, did you do it again?
Yeah,
You did it again.
I did it again.
All right. Why are you in your son's account? What is going on? Hello, everyone. Hello. I'm Ethan Van Sciver. I'm here I was joined by Mike S. Miller, but now we have Antonio Bryce. Antonio, how are you?
I am doing fantastic, my friend. How are you?
Just Ducky, thank you. Is that still, do the young kids still say that? Do they still say just Ducky?
That must be a Jersey thing because they don't say that around here. So.
Do they say Peachy Keen? Is that still hip?
I have actually heard that, but that was like 20 years ago, yes.
Yeah. Well, it's good to be here. It's good to be here with you. It's good to be here with the great Mike S. Miller, who is enjoying fantastic success.
Oh, man. Kyle Ritter just sent me my trading card.
Really? Can you show it?
Okay. I'll have to get it onto that computer. So Kyle is doing a trading card for the $105,000 stretch goal, which we should hit tonight. But yeah, it looks great. I'll transfer it. I'll get it over in a minute. Monster Hunt tier. Everybody who has previously backed Lonestar, go check your email right now for you. You'll have the tier, the Monster Hunt tier. If it's in your, it's an Indiegogo. It should be an Indiegogo. What do you call that? Message, new comment thing, because I have to delete it off the site. I don't want everybody to have that thing. Anyways.
Whatever, Mike. Just go get the trading card.
I like to confuse people.
Yeah, no, you do. And we got to talk about that. We're going to talk about that because I was yelling about you this morning and I'm going to yell to your face. Instead of talking about Mike behind his back, let's talk about him to his face. Today we've got Lonestar Soul of the Soldier. This is the second Lonestar. It is rising up the charts as he's got 8 hours left to go. $100,774 raised in just the first month. Now, I don't need to tell you, because I'm sure many of you people have been following Comicsgate campaigns regularly since last year. This is an extraordinary success, and Mike should be proud of himself. And I promise you, Antonio, he is proud of himself.
I would be too.
Nathan Brendan Masters just popped in. Hello, Time Code Mechanics. Hi, Nathan.
Hey, guys. What's happening? Long time no see.
Yeah. We're doing a nice Comicsgate Live tonight or this afternoon. Is it? No, it's nighttime. It's 7:30. God, why am I swear to God, the days just get by. I mean, they go by so quickly when you live in a basement. They go by way too quickly. So Nathan, let me explain something to you. First of all, how are you? How's your comic book going? We have to look in on your comic book.
Not so well, but it's there.
Okay, well, tonight let's celebrate our love for Mike S. Miller's Lonestar Soul of the Soldier. And what is that noise? Nathan, what are you doing? Are you okay? Are you wrestling a terrorist?
He's rubbing his microphone on his jeans or something.
Yeah, Nathan's having an action scene when we're just trying to talk about Lonestar, Soul of the Soldier. All right, so Lonestar, Soul of the Soldier. Mike, what made you go this route? So the first one was Heart of the Hero. What made you call
because it's a 3-part story, and I wanted to be heart, soul, and mind. So Heart of the Hero, Soul of the Soldier, and Mind of the Man.
What about sensuality?
I love sensuality, but it's not really the target audience I'm going for.
So you don't want to do say that the third one is really, really successful. Would you want to do Lonestar Sensuality of the
Serendipitous? No. This joke is falling flat faster than it's coming out of your mouth.
Okay. I'm just giving you ideas.
Click on comments or click on updates so you can see the Kyle Ritter card. I just posted it.
I will. Hold on. Somebody said Sensuality of the Sissy. I don't know if that I don't know if that's a good title, but it sure did make me laugh. Look at this, $100,804. Now, those of you who haven't yet backed the campaign, the link is definitely in the description. We're devoting this entire day to Mike S. Miller. I don't know how long I can stream.
8 hours, baby. 8 hours.
Yeah. Mark C says for $5, he says, Ethan, you missed my super chat earlier. Is the black and white version of Cyberfrog like an artist edition? We haven't decided yet, Mark C. We are going to do, Mike, we're going to do a black and white version of Blood Honey.
Nice.
And, I don't know. I don't know how we're going to do it yet. I could do it like a big, photograph book so you can see all the blue lines. Or I could just do
that.
it. Really?
Do that. It feels so cool when the pages look like the original scans. But you shouldn't do it like 11 by 17 because that'd be a nightmare to ship. But do it oversized, kind of like Bigfoot Bill size. That'd be sick.
I'll think about it. I still think that I only want to produce comic books until all of them are done. Then I'll have a nice hardcover album, like oversized hardcover. But I'll think about it. I'll ask the chat what they should, or you know what I'll do? I'll run a poll or something like that. I'll run a poll. Crazy Manor 2003 says Mike's title idea: Lonestar 3 Bollocks of the Brave. But now you could just. That's of course British. I mean, it could be Balls of the Brave. What do you think? Bulls of the Brave. Mike, don't limit yourself to just 3 books. When other people are giving you good ideas.
The first 3 books is one story.
All right, what are you going to do after that?
That's what I'm tripping up on because the story for Lonestar was I took multiple stories and merged into this, and Lonestar was based on the first part of a 3-part vampire trilogy. But in the second part of my original vampire trilogy, the vampires take over the world, and I kind of don't want to do that now. So
why?
Because I'm trying to build a larger world. So if I did do that, that would be sort of a crossover event type of thing, and it would be further down the line. So if I do that, then what I'll do with the second actual series is go back in time and do something maybe with him in the Vietnam era or whatever, because I can play with him throughout time.
Mark C says, nope, no email for the crossover tier. Do you know what he was referring to?
Yeah, and which is weird because I got the campaign update for the stretch card.
All right, let me see about that. The campaign update for the stretch card. Did you put it on the campaign page?
Yeah.
All right, let me see. Story. Let me see if I can find it, Mike. So far, I see my cover.
It would be on updates, not...
Oh, updates. Okay.
Yeah.
Not in story. All right, well, we're figuring things out. Okay, 110. You changed it to 110,000.
Yeah.
You put $110 instead of 110K.
Oh, darn it, we already got there.
So you've already reached. All right. Wow, look at Kyle. This is Kyle's artwork, right?
Dope.
No?
I said yes, it's dope.
Dude, it is dope, man. I like the way Kyle draws. Who does his artwork remind you of?
Finch.
No, wrong. That other Marvel artist.
His rendering really reminds me of Finch. Oh, James Chung?
Yeah. Look at the face. It's James Chung.
Yeah, but the rendering is Finch. It's like a James Chung Finch combo.
Finch.
Kyle, you forgot to put the flags on his shoulders.
No, it's there. You see where it is? It's right here. This is his bicep, and it's on the other side of his arm. So you see the corner of it.
It's not on his other shoulder either.
Are you sure? Are you sure this isn't it? I don't know, Mike. I would leave it be. I think it looks cool. I gotta say, yeah, this is. Kyle is gonna do his own book, and it is gonna be un-effing real when he actually Star Blades. Oh man, what a talent he is!
That looks amazing.
Nathan, to think I almost went with Moose Bauman. You know what I mean? What a disaster. Here's what I'm worried about. Now, guys, I don't mind being petty with you guys and being small. Let me be petty and small. Hold on a second. First of all, let me see if I can shrink that out a little bit. So we can see the whole thing. No, it doesn't let me do it. Yeah, wait. No, it is. It is letting me do it. Okay, let me be petty and small. Kyle's my colorist. Do I want to let him go and be an extremely successful penciler, inker, colorist of his own?
No.
Then what am I going to do?
You paying him to color your books?
Dude. Kyle on you is freaking peanut butter and chocolate, man.
It is dope. Like, I can't replace him.
No.
Me
So
and
if
Kyle
he,
were like peas and carrots.
yeah,
Lace and carrots.
Archangel of Jizz, thanks for $5. Hail Caesar,
Oh.
don't forget about the little guys. Super Harem almost there with 3 days left. Super Harem looks pretty cool. You're not a little guy. Why does everybody call themselves a little guy? You know, I have to get myself together so I can actually promote other people. Here's the thing though. These people, I promote people, Mike, and then they immediately stab me in the back. All of them. Sons of bitches.
All of them?
Well,
Yeah. I was like, wait a minute.
not you guys.
I was like,
Not you
yeah,
guys.
Ethan. Tell him Ethan. Oh, wait a minute. Is he done?
I'm being very petty and small right now. Let me just continue. Yeah, so everyone stabs me in the back. And then also, if I let Kyle succeed and become a millionaire on his own, who will color Cyberfrog and Rainbow Brute? Is there a way that I could suppress Kyle's career?
Oh no.
so that Kyle only colors my work and doesn't get to do his own? How do I do that? Let me scheme. Now, obviously, sadly, Kyle is super, super, super talented, and he's going to have to do his own book. And I hope he's going to have time to color my stuff too. But look, birds got to fly, man. This guy is an eagle. He's a little baby eagle who's about to soar out of the nest. What can we do but just support him and make sure that he gets everything that he needs to succeed and do great comics? You know, part of what Comicsgate's about, I was having a conversation with somebody, and they said, Marvel and DC are really afraid of you guys. It may seem to you like,
They should be.
yeah. Well, the reason why they're afraid is because it might seem like they just hate you, and they do. But the reason why they hate you and they're afraid of you is because you signal the end of everything that they stand for. Now, if you can actually get people to understand that Mike S. Miller is able to go out on his own and not have to draw their characters' IPs that he doesn't own, and he has no the whole allure, I should say, of working for Marvel and DC is, hey, we grew up with these characters, and now it's our turn to draw them. And don't you want to draw Spider-Man, Mike? You've grown up with Spider-Man. You want to draw Spider-Man, don't you?
Nah.
For the rest of your life. See, that's something that most people kind of go, they go, yeah, I do. That's the big time. That's the big leagues. The problem is, once you do that, when you spend your life doing that and you walk away with absolutely nothing, you'll make a little money. If you do really well, you'll make decent money. You'll make some royalties, and that's exciting. But at the end of the day, as soon as they decide that you're no longer fashionable, and let me tell you something, Artist Alley is filled with old men who are no longer fashionable and used to be in the 1980s. Big names can't get work anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Very few people.
Amazing artists.
Yeah, amazing artists. So very few people, and we can count them on like just a couple of hands, have had careers that have survived 4 or 5 decades. George Perez, Neil Adams, who else?
Art Adams.
Art Adams.
Is Walt Simonson still working? I don't think he is he?
He could if he wanted to, I think. If Walt Simonson wanted to come back and do Wonder Woman, they would let him, I think.
He's got Ragnarok out. Walt Simonson has.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, he's got that. That looks good, actually.
Yeah. So here's the thing. What Marvel and DC don't want is they don't want people to realize that, you don't have to spend your life working on their things. You can do this. Utilize social media, utilize crowdfunding to actually produce your own comics and make an incredible amount of money for doing 1/8 of the work, in terms of actually creating comics. I mean, you can do 2 big, nice graphic novels per year and make 5 times as much as you would slaving away at the table, working on other people's things, working on other people's properties for your whole life. So they see us doing this. Every time Bigfoot Bill makes $200,000, every time Lonestar makes $100,000 in its first month, and Mike, you are going on to a second month, one would think, right or
wrong? One might think.
Okay. So you are free when you do this. You are free from the confines of the big 2 you're free to create and own your own IPs and actually make a profit, make a big profit. And all of these guys who have earned their stripes at the big two, somebody like Umbrella Guy, who has never done a comic book, is able to raise $85,000. So, what would a guy like Brian Hitch do? What would a guy like Brett Booth do?
Ed McGuinness.
These guys, it's going to be incredible. It's going to be absolutely incredible. So they know that. They hate us. We're going to be able to. We're basically lighting the way. We're blazing a trail that is going to instruct people on how to survive without the big two, how to work outside of the mainstream and actually conquer and build a new mainstream. So that is the reason why you've got people like Joe Quesada out there hating on us every day. Finedix of Film, thank you for $20. Appreciate that. I started a petition to cancel Batwoman before it airs. Please, we need signatures from the Fandom Menace. It is on my channel. Finedix of Film, I love you. Thank you for sending me $20. I want to suggest to you that maybe your efforts are redundant. You don't need to do that. The show will probably cancel itself. Probably.
If it was on a regular network, I'd say yes, but the CW, they keep all those low-rated shows going in perpetuity.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, all right, you're right. I don't know. All right,
let me announce something because I don't know why this isn't working. I was trying to set up the secret tier link as a comment or as an update, because when you post an update, it's supposed to send an email out, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I sent it out. It's not sending the email out. So if the link I have on there, it's a no shipping link. So it will, if you have not already bought something from me, don't use this link because it doesn't let you give me a shipping address. So this is an add-on tier that will have no additional shipping. It's in the updates right now. So if people who already purchased Lonestar want to go grab their copy of Monster Hunt, it's in. Just go to the updates section and hit refresh. Oh,
awesome.
Yeah, right there.
I think that answers some people's questions in the chat. Hey, Gak says, what child keeps dying in the back? Mike, are there children dying at your house or at somebody else's house?
Usually.
Yeah.
I just tune it out.
I got a sleepover. I've got some extra kids today, Our house is suddenly becoming very popular for parties, with the kids.
Geez, I wonder why.
Yeah. And Hunter's coming home. Hunter will be home in an hour. I can't wait to see that kid. I cannot wait to see Hunter. He's coming home. He's spending the holiday with us. He's going back, and then he'll be back for good in 20 days. And I'm just like, yes, I'll have all my kids together. I'm an old man, Mike, I just want my kids together. Yeah, but your kids are all young, though.
I got an 18-year-old.
Where's your 18-year-old?
Probably playing video games.
Oh. Fanatics of Film, thanks for $5. It is just for a statement. It is just to shut the SJWs up. Yeah, there seems to be a thing right now. People are doing a lot of fan petitions. Fan petitions to destroy and stop and replace SJW projects, which I think is pretty funny. They really don't like it. They don't like these petitions at all. Jag, thanks for $5. What really scares the big two? Comicsgate realizing they can become its own corporation publisher that absolutely shows up on the charts and they can't ignore. Yeah, that is going to happen. Mike, what do you think of that? Do you think there's a likelihood that we are going to conquer and show up on the charts?
If they allow us on the charts.
Well, look, they have to. If we were to actually go forward and be a part of the direct market, right? If we solicited through Diamond and we sold reasonably well because our fans showed up, we would have to be on the charts.
I would think so.
All right. Yeah. Lonestar Soul the Soldier, by the way, just jumped up way past 101,000. Now, Mike, I think what we're aiming for is 117. But I don't want to.
I think it was 113,366 was my last campaign.
Oh, 113. Okay, well, that's a little bit better. Yeah, I don't want to set any expectations. I did that to I did that to Doug TeNapel. I said, you're gonna get to 200,000. Unbelievable. And then like it died at 198. And I feel responsible for that. You know, it's like I feel like that's a slight disappointment.
No, that's not your fault. Doug did not want to shave his head into a mohawk or whatever the deal was.
Is that what it was?
That was the $200,000. Was it a mohawk or just shave his head? You remember?
I don't. Why does
think
he
it
have
was
to do? He's like doing crazy pet tricks.
Yeah. So in order to avoid reaching that, he shut it off before it got to 200,000.
Oh my God. Crazy Manor 2003. Thanks for €5. Ask not what Uncle Ethan can do for Mike. Ask what Mike can do for Uncle Ethan. I think JFK said that. Yeah, Mike does owe me favors, and at some point I will collect. I don't know what it's going to be. I'll probably. I don't know. John Malin struck up a deal with Mike. You know, at some point, that was like kind of an art exchange. I might ask Mike to draw me a 3-page story at some point.
All right.
Like a cyber frog thing. You know.
Want, man? I owe you so much.
Yeah. Shay W says EVS is Fat Tony. Yeah, I am. Well, I'm the first part.
Selling a lot of the Monster Hunt secret perk, man.
Yeah. I'm hooking that up myself.
Where's the Monster Hunt secret perk?
Even though you don't let me come in your private green room, and we're supposed to be bros and everything, and I'm like, oh, okay.
I will put you in the green room. The Monster Hunt secret perk is the three. It's the crossover with Lonestar and the Unknown Soldiers, with Jawbreakers, and with Graveyard Shift. So
yeah, but where do I buy it? Like, I see be a vampire, be a victim.
You can. No. It's a secret tier. So right now it's available on the comments section or in the updates section. You just saw it.
Oh, there it is. Monster Hunt secret tier link. I was looking in the wrong place.
Yeah.
Monster Hunt secret tier with 0 shipping cost. Mike, there will be a public tier with full shipping soon, but for you pre-supporters, here it is. So pre-supporters, people like me, I think I backed this comic. I don't know. I can't remember if I did, but I see this, so that means I did back it, right or wrong?
No, you see that because it's not sending out the email. Once it sends the email out, which I'm still not freaking getting. Yeah. Like I said, when you post an update, it's supposed to send an email out to all your supporters, and then I was going to take that link down because it's 0 shipping, so it's an add-on for pre-supporters.
0 shipping is just absolute suicide. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not doing 0 shipping on the book by itself. So if you're trying to order this by itself, you'll notice that it doesn't give you any place to put a shipping address, which means you're not getting it. So you'll have to order something else that I can ship you because this is an add-on. You know what
we're going to have to face pretty soon? Sales tax. This is a serious issue. What?
Not across state lines.
No, across state lines because of Wayfair. Yeah, the Wayfair catalogs. Now the reason why we already paid. We paid. Our accountant was such a stickler. We paid the sales tax for every single order according to the states that they came from.
Are you serious?
I want so much money. But we paid a lot of sales tax, like just state to state, because of the Wayfair catalog, and they were avoiding that. That was a problem, and basically, it became the subject of scrutiny. You have to pay state sales tax now, and they're going to have a thing where they can go back 4 years. So, you might be able to get away with it for now, but 4 years from now, you're going to get hit with a big tax bill from all these various states. Your mailbox is going to be full of little envelopes from the state of Virginia.
Virginia.
Little envelopes from the state of Minnesota, and you're going to be like, oh my God, and you're going to have to pay back taxes that you didn't expect. So there's that. Now, the way to solve that, I guess, is to add sales tax, but that's a pain in the ass. But you know what it is? I was having this conversation. I was like, the way that Indiegogo has gotten away with this for so long is that these perks, these are not purchases. Okay, like they're not purchases. You know the way that this kind of works is it's like, yeah, basically this is a donation. Like this
Yeah,
is
it's a donation.
it's a $200 donation, and thanks for donating. Here's a perk. Here's a comic book that I'm going to send you. Thanks for your donation.
All early bird specials left.
Yeah. So that is like not. Let me refresh this. By the way, look at you cruising, dude. 102,800. Oh my God, you're about to hit 103.
I've sold 60 of the secret perks already. In the
Wow, dude.
5 minutes.
These are cruising.
69.
I had to get Kanan's cover. I had to get it. I buy everything he buys. You know, it's like, yeah, I love Kanan.
Yeah.
I can't
Matt
wait.
Horkin, thanks for $1, and Matt Horkin, thanks for another $1. Appreciate that. I like the tips. It's very kind of you. Yeah. All right. So that's the way it works. Like donations aren't like sales taxable. So that's kind of how they were getting away with it before, but that is going to change, Mike. They're changing their mind about that, the government. So these are actually going to be seen as purchases, and that's going to make things a little bit more pricey. We're on top of it. We got ahead of it with Cyberfrog, but it is an absolute bitch. So just be prepared for that. Matt Horkin, thanks for $2. You missed my $5 super chat earlier. Boo. Oh, let me go check. Mike,
I like super chats, so they pay you more money to tell you that you missed a super chat.
Yeah. I don't do that intentionally, but it certainly does work out in my favor, doesn't it? You know, I should just forget to read super chats altogether and get super chats telling me to hold on a second. Live control room. No, that didn't work.
Dang, I'm at 82. Those secret perks are going.
Every day I suffer in new and unique ways, Mike. Every single day.
I help them.
Yeah. I am a martyr. All right, let me read these super chats. Okay, so Bollocks of the Brave, we read that one. We really should do Super Harem. How do you guys feel about Super Harem? Have you seen the book?
I'm gonna back it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna back it.
I like the concept.
It looks really fun, and I like fun books. You know, I like Deadpool back when they were writing it well.
Oh, Gateway into Comics is in here. I didn't even know that. Gateway, hello. How are you?
Hey, fantastic. How are you?
Great. I can't see the screen. I'm looking at what my screen share is. So yeah, it's nice to see you. Welcome. Gateway into Comics, a great channel that everybody should subscribe to.
Hey, thanks for having me on. I just came back from the comic shop. I picked up 3 weeks worth of backload. It's mostly Alterna Comics, which is great, and then I have Middle West and Justice League Dark. But a whole stack of Alterna Comics. They're like $1 a piece. It's awesome.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, Alterna is a great little company. I mean, they really are amazing.
Yeah,
enjoy them. Do reviews. I want to actually know if any of them are particularly good. I will get into it.
Yeah, I only have one review up right now. I'm gonna do a couple more for Alterna books as well.
Yeah, Liam Gray, by the way, says, I'm nearly ready to launch. I'm just trying to get my head around shipping to multiple different nations and finalize shipping weights. Kyle is a prodigy. I'm very jealous of my Kyle Ritter at this point. Mike, should I feel threatened by this whole thing?
I think Kyle is loyal.
Well, I'm not saying he's not loyal. I know he's loyal. I'm threatened because of his time,
No, it doesn't take that long to color your pages.
I wish that were true. Yeah, I want Kyle to succeed. I really want him to do well. Matt Horkins, I'll just pay him more. That's what it is. It's just money, right? It's just a matter of money.
Yeah, that's right. Ooh, 99 of the secret perk already. Woo!
Pay him more money. Just pay him more money, Mike.
Yeah. That $10,000 bonus, I'm sure, didn't hurt.
Double it next time, and give him
what
a
the hell?
raise.
Triple it.
Bastin Kasai says Kyle will eclipse Ethan. Oh my God, no, that doesn't help.
Oh bloody hell.
Mike, what is with your phone? It sounds like the first season of 24 over at your house all the time. You got to turn that thing off in your office when you're live streaming. It's disturbing. In this day and age, I don't know if you guys feel this way, but when my phone rings, like I tense up. Like, why would anybody call me? Why do I have to get on the phone with somebody?
It's always the the scammers asking about either some kind of auto warranty or your electric bill or some foolishness like that. It's like every other call, all day, every day.
I get calls all day for some guy named Jacob that apparently had the number before I did. I don't know.
That sounds spooky. That sounds kind of ghostly. Is Jacob there? No, Jacob hasn't been here for 50 years. I know. All right, so Matt Horkin says, Paul Joseph Watson called me a soy boy for buying a Nintendo Switch after 30. Frowny face. I didn't know I was too old for Super Smash Brothers. Ave Caesar. Yeah, for some reason, Nintendo Switches are associated with soy boys. And I think it's because there's a kind of a famous photograph. Let me look it up here. I mean, it really is to start. When you see this, you'll say, oh my God, I kind of feel like a soy boy. Nintendo Switch. Let's see if we can call this up. And, you know, you can tell me how you feel about this. Oh, okay, so here it is. Oh, there are a couple of them, actually. And I don't even know what a Nintendo Switch is. Like, what is a Nintendo? Is it just, it's a Nintendo, right? I mean,
it's a portable.
It's a handheld. Yeah, and there's
Portable
mostly
console.
kids games on it, and that's why everyone's like, yeah, no, it really is mostly for kids, you know.
new mail.
But can't you plug it up to the TV too? Like you can, it's portable, but then you can plug it up to the TV. Or am I completely
Yeah, it hooks up to your
wrong
HD.
about that?
This is the picture of a soy boy enjoying having gotten his Nintendo Switch. See what I'm saying? Do you see that face? Like and then there's this too. Like, look at him. Ah! Like, what is the noise he's making?
Yeah.
Ah! Could you make the noise that you think he would be making, Mike? Like, Mike, what noise is he making with his mouth there?
Yeah, the girl leak. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I always imagine these guys kind of sitting at home and like licking their cats, you know? Like in a real creepy way. You know what I mean? Like, you know, cats lick each other like weirdos.
Yeah.
I imagine those guys doing that, you know, with those faces.
See, here's what I want to say about this. And I know I'm 44. I know I'm a boomer, and I'm not perfect. My office is full of like DVDs and movies, and I'm clearly a fanboy. I accept it. I like Star Wars too much. But here's what I want to say, and you guys let me know if you agree. 40 years ago, this face here, like this head, close his mouth and just look at this is somebody's father, okay? This is a man who has a job in an office. He drinks on the train coming to and from work. He's got kids. He's got obligations. And those weigh heavily on him. You know, it's like he'd have deeper lines in his face, like I do. I have lines because of stress and work and everything. This should be a man. Now, what a man doesn't have time for, or what?
Oh, I'm sorry. My wife asked me a question.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Thanks, Mike.
I didn't realize I'd unmuted.
Yeah. Okay, but I'm on a tirade here. Now, what a man. God, Mike, you're going to make me use the Lord's name in vain in front of your kids, and we're both going to cry. Now, let's please. All right, so look. What a man doesn't do. First of all, most men do not have time to play video games. And I'm not casting aspersions on gamers. I get it. There are gamers out there. But it does, this guy with this little Nintendo Switch with the bright colors on it and a game, Legend of Zelda, and this is his face. I'm going to waste a lot of time playing games when I should be working. I should be meeting women, trying to start a family, moving on, becoming an adult, becoming independent, moving out of what is clearly my mom's house. Look at the the stuff hanging on the wall. I should be out there working, struggling, trying to survive and also build something of my own. And instead, I'm delighted by my Nintendo Switch. So I'm going to waste my time. Excuse me. I swear to God, every time I think about this, I curse, Mike. And I mean, it's not just him. Look at this. Why do they do this? Why? What is this?
So that's fantastic. Soys are us. Yeah.
Score, wife's boyfriend just totally came through. So that's why. Like, I'm not saying Paul Joseph Watson is right. I'm just saying that, like, there's something about it. There's something about a Nintendo Switch as opposed to all other video gaming consoles. Or if you're not a console peasant, I'm learning gaming, words like terminology. They call people console peasants because really you should upgrade to Steam and play your video games right on your computer.
That's what I do. All my games are on PC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have I got a Steam account. Oh, you mother.
Yeah.
Oh.
God.
I got a Steam account. My son told me how, and I went through it. First of all, I downloaded Dig Dug, and then
that's the one.
I got a remote controller. I went out and bought a controller that plugs into my computer. My son said, "You've got Alienware, Dad. This is gaming techno. This is a gaming computer. You can play great video games on this." I said, "Oh yeah, Dig Dug." And then I looked for Donkey Kong. You cannot get Donkey Kong on Steam. And that's when I decided it was utterly worthless. Where is Donkey Kong?
Yeah, they really should put it out, put all the classics out on Steam. I think that'd be really good.
But
I mean, there's got to be you could use an emulator for it, but again, that's not necessarily the best way to go.
Well,
I love my emulator. I got one on my PC.
Yeah,
there's like a free Donkey Kong emulator online somewhere. It's like you
can play it on Facebook. You can play on Facebook. You can play Pac-Man on Facebook. Yeah.
Here's the problem though. What's his name from King of Kong? He would look at my Donkey Kong emulator and he'd look at my 2 million high score, and he would say it wasn't legit because it wasn't real. It was just some kind of fake Donkey Kong.
Yeah, everyone in the chat is telling you to get a Switch because it's on Donkey Kong's on the Switch.
Then you can take a picture with it like that.
Let's see. Fanatics of Film, thanks for $10. Says, please forgive me for my interruption. Dude, you gave me $10. Feel free to interrupt me. That's what this is for. He says, I promise to stop after this. No, don't do that. The petition to cancel Batwoman is on my Twitter page at FilmFanAddicts. So if you go to Twitter at FilmFanAddicts, you can sign the petition to cancel Batwoman before it even comes out, because you didn't like what she had to say about how she wasn't going to let a man take credit for a woman's work while standing in Bruce Wayne's Batcave.
It's just a garbage trailer. Overall, it reminds me. It reminds me. I remember Blade the series. It's like Zach was just doing a thing about Blade, and he was talking about the series.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the original trailer for Blade the series, and I was telling my friend, I'm like, "Oh, that's not gonna last. That's garbage." And she was like, "How can you tell from a trailer?" I'm like, "The trailer is supposed to have the best scenes. If these are the best scenes, that's garbage."
Also, Blade was cockeyed. They hired a cross-eyed guy to play Blade.
You gonna roast Sticky Fingers like that?
I love Sticky Fingers, but he was looking 2 different directions at the same damn time.
Yeah,
helps him see them vampires a little early,
Oh my god!
That's why he was wearing shades all the time, because they knew he was cockeyed and one of the eyes was going the other way. I was like, "Oh,
you got to be kidding me! Really? I never noticed that."
But I mean, you're familiar with, because I know you listen to some hip hop, so I know you know the rap group Onyx.
Yeah, I know Onyx. Okay, of course I do.
Yes, so Sticky Fingers, and Sticky Fingers was cockeyed. That's why a lot of times, like, he was in that movie with Dennis Quaid, and they was like stranded in the desert trying to get the plane back up and running, and that's why they put a patch on his eye, because he's cockeyed. And so so they have him play Blade, and you're looking at him, and he's a vampire with cross-eyed and stuff. It just looked weird.
But why? I don't understand that choice.
He's actually a really good actor, though. I would, if you want to see Sticky Fingers doing a really good job, watch him when he was as the little thug on The Shield with Vic Mackey and all that. He was on The Shield as like a thug. It was fantastic.
Mm.
Yeah, he was like a street thug, like drug dealer type dude, and Vic Mackey was like shaking him down for protection and stuff. Yeah, he was on there a couple of episodes.
Was he doing some B action films and stuff too?
Yeah, he's been in a bunch of movies. He's been in a bunch of movies, bunch of TV shows. The other guy from Onyx, Fredro Starr, he was on Moesha and a couple of other movies and stuff. Yeah.
All right, let me catch up on these super chats here. People are complaining about it. They're like, "What?" NASA Rabati's one of the people complaining. He says, "Hashtag make comics great again." Congrats, Mike. So Nasser congratulates you. Let's see. Oh man.
So far, the Kanan White is the most popular cover.
Kanan White's cover is the most popular,
and it doesn't even exist yet.
Yeah, well, I don't doubt that. He's one of the best artists that I've seen in Comicsgate. Top 5 favorites for me. You know, he's great.
Well, now I'm jealous of Kanan White. Now I'm being petty about everybody.
Don't worry, you're on the list. You're on that list too. Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. Jag says, okay, got that one. Got that one. Got that one. Sorry, guys. Thunder Robot says, what's the Lone Star story about?
The Lone Star story is about a fallen super soldier from World War II who he gets drawn into a sort of a war against the undead and like vampires and whatnot in a group of, gosh, this is a terrible pitch. So out of the blue. He fights with a group of soldiers called the Unknown Soldiers against, like I said, vampires, werewolves, the things that go bump in the night. But he spends his off hours, so to speak, as a vigilante, protecting the innocent from the darkest evils.
That's nice of him. I like.
Yeah, well, you know, he's had a rough childhood, so.
Daryl Grosshands says, did you hear about the fact that Vox Day's real name is Teddy Spaghetti? Well, his name is actually Teddy Theodore Beale. So Ted Beale.
Teddy Bear.
From what I understand. Why is that what they're calling him now? Like Teddy Spaghetti? I dig that.
His real name is Deduron.
Deduron Beale. Deduron Beale. Vox Day, made a statement a long time ago that still haunts me to this day. I don't know. I don't know if it's come true yet or if it's ever going to come true. But he said this a year ago. He said, in less than 1 year, I expect to be a considerably more significant figure in the comics industry than Van Sciver. And he said this with a flaming sword. You know what I mean? Like, what does that imply? You know? I think it's been more than a year. He actually said this in February. He said this in February of 2018, I believe. And so far, I don't know. What's he doing now?
I don't know. It's got to be a tough life, you know. Once you say that you're all about those 14 words, like in public,
that's it.
You're done. you're done, bro. It's over. Because I mean, you know, that's basically saying, hey, I'm a complete racist. I'm a complete jerk. You know, I don't know.
The 14 words are a pretty significant thing. When people are just like, I need to secure a future for my white family, it's kind of like, what the hell does that mean? You know,
it's identitarianist, just like these folks on the far left. You know, the far extreme identitarian left that are extreme about their views. It's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, they're promoting segregation these days in universities. It's absolutely nuts.
It's all the same. It's the same group of people. Same type of mentality on both sides.
Yeah.
A cold piece. Thanks for $10. Wow, people are generous tonight. Thank you guys. Says, grats, Mike. Look out for Johnny's Law. Me, Ibai. Is it Ibai Canalis? How do you pronounce his first name?
Ibai Canalis.
Ibai Canalis, an elite assassin manipulated to kill a kid. He refuses and must protect him in deadly Texas town. Gun Fu, Wrath and Revenge in full color. So this book is called Johnny's Law, and it is on Indiegogo right now. I hope it's on Indiegogo. I hope it's not on Kickstarter. I think we've made ourselves clear about Kickstarter, haven't we? For those
Yeah,
who are-
Kickstarter's Soy.
Oh, hey Nasser, welcome. Glad you could be here.
Hey Ethan, how you doing?
Good, my friend. Yeah, this is why. I mean, some people say, why do you guys not back or promote Kickstarter? The only reason is because they kicked Jawbreakers way back when. They have gatekeepers who monitor the projects that get in, and they don't let. Well, I don't know what they're. Here's the weird thing about Jawbreakers, or not Jawbreakers, about Kickstarter. They kicked Jawbreakers. They said, no, we're sorry, but we just can't run this. This isn't our thing. And Zach said, why? It's just a book about G.I. Joe versus King Kong, essentially. So what's the problem? We think it doesn't adhere to our regular bullshit. It obviously was political. It was they were gatekeeping him out. And so I said, well, your punishment for that is that we will never. I mean, Comicsgate books will not be on Kickstarter. We will go full on to Indiegogo. A lot of people believe in boycotts. I don't really believe in boycotts. I do believe in boycotts. I believe in supporting people who actually do the right thing, not just closing your wallet to people who do the wrong thing. That's you take that for granted. That's going to happen, but actually supporting people who do the right thing. So yes. Indiegogo said, Kickstarter doesn't want Jawbreakers. We do. And guess what? Indiegogo actually made 5% of that $400,000 that Zach ended up earning. And subsequently, Indiegogo has been very, very good to Comicsgaters. And we've been good to them. We only go on Indiegogo. We work really hard to raise a lot of money. Indiegogo takes their 5%. They earn their 5% by just letting us do what we do and not harassing us for perhaps being Republicans or being right of center. Even though most Comicsgaters, I don't even think Comicsgaters are all Republicans anymore. We're just not SJW.
Right. That's kind of like the thing. It's just not being them. That's the key right there.
Man, I really like what. So sorry. I really liked what you were saying about it's also about boycotts. That's absolutely right. I think that one of the most important things to me is that. So I'm just going to be putting out a video every week of the Comicsgate book that I buy. And kind of sharing that with everyone else. Hopefully the campaign will still be active at that point. But it's a boycott by itself is worthless unless we're supporting these guys. And I really feel that way about. I think I've backed maybe 33 CG books. All of them so far have been good. So.
That's good. Yeah. I mean, we need to support each other. And I'm, again, I've been really, really busy. I want to do more live streams. I want to actually find more Indiegogo projects and more Comicsgate projects that are really good to promote and support. Right now, I can tell you Shinobi Sasquatch is my #1 pick.
Oh, that looks fantastic.
Yeah. Nasser. I mean, Shinobi Sasquatch is a book that I got to get to know those guys. Please don't let those guys be dicks. Are they
had
nice
them on
guys?
my channel the other day. They're normal.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, but that's Nasser saying that.
That's true. To be fair, yeah. If the Shinobi Sasquatch guys are nice guys, I'm going to be so happy because they're so talented and I want to have them on. I want to actually support them.
They're great. They really are. Cal Jamison's one of them. He's a really nice dude. Yeah, he actually started up a YouTube channel. He's been posting some videos.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah. He said, he's in the chat right now. He says we're not dicks.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's great.
Questions in the chat if I can address.
What's that?
SV asks if I buy an early bird, is there a way to just add one copy of Heart of the Hero to it? No, I apologize. The only way to get Heart of the Hero is to buy one of Ethan's covers with it right now. That's down cover 1 and 2D. And then somebody else said they couldn't buy. I don't know what I'm buying. I can't buy any of these Monster Hunt books because he doesn't know what it is. It's a crossover. It's a 24-page crossover story with Jawbreakers, Graveyard Shift, and Lonestar and the Unknown Soldiers. So it's going to be fun, action-packed, cool little story, and it's added on free of shipping. If you go to the updates section, you can get to the link right now, but it's an add-on. So you already have to have ordered something that I can ship you, and I'm going to add it to that package for no additional shipping.
I just bought it a few minutes ago. Everybody, you got to go get this. Lone Star is a fantastic book, and it gives me that same feeling from when I was buying my earliest comics, like the Jim Lee X-Men and Secret Wars. Just the fun storytelling with Jim Shooter, Mike Zeck. It gives me that same great feeling of those fun comics from the 80s and 90s.
Somebody wants to know, Falling into Destiny says, ask Mike which Monster Hunt cover is coming for the first Brigaders, please.
Oh.
Do you know what that means?
Yeah. I'll make that Elliot's cover.
When is Elliot's cover coming?
That's a great question. Where's Elliot?
I don't know. Elliot's had his head
I'm sure
down.
it would be an awesome cover, but so I don't want to make it one of mine because then you have it's two different covers that go together. Although that could force them to want to buy the other one.
All right, let me read the rest of these super chats here. Let me get through these.
Yeah,
All right.
make it.
All right, let's see. So Sophia N says, will you ask Mike about the trading cards? Mike, what about the trading cards? Do you want to give us
a bunch of them now, man. If you go to the updates section, you'll see, where's my updates? Let me click on it. You'll see Kyle Ritter, which is going to be unlocked, looks like in about a half an hour because we're already up to 105,907. The Kyle Ritter, then where's the other updates? Read more. The Gary Shipman, John Malin. I got 2 Kanan White cards and a Matthew Weldon. So I'm gonna pretty soon here. I'm gonna be up to like a full 10 card pack of trading cards. It's gonna be rad.
Oh, Kanan just came in. How you doing, Kanan?
Doing good. How y'all doing?
Where's my cover, Kanan?
You see it on the desk? That's the cover.
Why is Mike like this? Why does Mike abuse everyone? It's crazy.
All right, there's Kanan's cover. You can see if you want to go get that Monster Hunt cover.
It's invisible. Yeah,
dude, you're the highest selling of the 4 covers.
Yeah, it was actually.
People want the Kanan cover.
Nobody's seen it.
Well, Kanan's about to knock their eyes right out of their head right now.
I bought the Elliot cover.
No one cares, Nancer.
I did not expect that from Kanan.
I didn't either. That took my breath away. I was like, damn.
I don't even know what to say.
Kanan's the nicest guy, too. Spectrum Ball says, like someone else said, Nintendo is the least SJW company in the gaming industry so far. Shoot, there's more fan service in Switch than in Sony. That's Sony, but Soy. Crazy Manor says, does the decline of masculinity and the lengthening of immaturity in society directly correspond to the rise of video games? That's not for me to say, but I told my son this. I have trouble with video games because I don't understand what you get out of it. You really do zone out. You might as well get a heroin addiction. You do kind of zone out and just go into a state of something else for a long period of time. And during that time, you're not making any money and you're not meeting girls. And I told my son, when he was 18, I said, really, you should be, everything that you should be doing should be towards this end, making money, meeting girls. So you're at school, you're working on your education, you're doing all that so that you can make money. You're out socializing with your friends, you're going to clubs, you're whatever it is that you're doing. You're on the phone with girls, like to get girls. So if it's not money and it's not girls, what are you doing it for? True or
It's
false?
all about the beautiful ladies, the beautiful lady in your life, as far as I'm concerned, right? I mean, when it comes down to it.
Yeah. Well, but so what is gaming for? Gaming is just to kind of disappear for a little while,
An escape.
An escape, yeah. I guess that's what comic books are for too. Going to the movies. It just seems like video gaming takes up so much time. Like you sit there and play Call of Duty, you're in there for 8 hours eating Doritos, and
that's my cousin.
It's why I can't be a serious gamer. I just play every once in a while, like a long, like 70-hour game, just like here and there, like 4 or 5 hours a week, maybe.
Yeah. Believe me, I would like to do it. I have, like I said, I have video games. I downloaded this package on Steam of every Star Wars game ever made, and there are like 20 of them, and I haven't played any of them. I have no time. I keep thinking of the day that the bombs fall. and then I'll be able to put. I mean, if the bombs fall and I'm trapped in my bomb shelter of a basement, I'll have no power, so I won't be able to play it anyway.
But your
Well, you know,
bomb shelter is really nice.
It is nice. I took Dwight Eisenhower's advice.
I met the woman that I love actually playing a video game.
You did?
Yeah, it was a GPS war game, and she was on the other team. And yeah, we ended up opposing each other. You played on your cell phone, and you have to go to these places, and you can drop bombs on their locations. It's like capture the flag. And yeah, well, now she's on my team. She switched.
No, it's maybe you can roll that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeg says if you own a console, it's not soy if your hunting bow is on the wall behind it. I have an Xbox 360 over here, but it has dust all over it. Have multiple cats is not soy if you have just as many guns to match. Yeah. Zebulon Pike says, Mike, please explain the Monster Hunt perk. Thanks.
The Monster Hunt perk is again a 24-page crossover featuring Jawbreakers, Graveyard Shift, and Lonestar and the Unknown Soldiers. It's a cool little story add-on that is a free shipping add-on. So it's
bring them down here.
Pick whatever cover you want in the tier, and then it'll be added on to whatever you have.
Guys, I'll be right back. Excuse me, Hunter's home. I'll be right back.
No worries. Whatever you have purchased that already requires shipping, so it could be a single issue, it could be a package, it doesn't matter. I will add it onto that, and yeah, it's been approved by all the associated creators. So the cover that's on there that you see, that's actually two covers put together. That is the Miller cover A and B. There's a Kanan White cover, which seems to be the most popular, and there is a Elliot Fernandez cover. So please do check that out. And remember, you have to have purchased something that I can ship you already. If you bought a digital copy, I can't send you an add-on to a digital.
But Mike, I bought a digital copy. Did that mean that the Monster Hunter that I bought is not coming now? I'm very disappointed.
I'll send you a PDF.
I did not buy a digital copy. I bought more than. So had to hook it up.
Right on. Yeah, so man, that thing has been up for like 40 minutes. It's got 196 sales already.
Nice.
And yeah, and we are at 106,333.
Congrats, Mike.
Mike, why can't you make an option to get all four covers at one time? I can.
It'd be the same thing.
It'd be the same thing. Yeah, I'm not.
Would the shipping go down? Maybe.
No, there's no shipping. I can't make the shipping go down anymore.
Well, actually, Mike,
okay,
no,
that's
that might be better for you because they do take 30 cents for every transaction, so you would save a few cents.
Oh, that's that'd be like $1 for all four. Okay. Zebulon Pike is torn between Kane and Elliot. Get them both, Zeb. Get them both.
Get the Elliot one.
And then get the Kanan one. And then get both of mine. Oh, what the hell? Get all four of them.
You'll be sorry.
Yeah, I would have bought the 4-pack. It'd be the same price. It'd be $80 for all four of them.
How much did that CGC grading thing cost?
Seriously? All right. They want me to do a 4-pack, so it'll take me a little time to do it all right now. What were you saying?
I was like, how much did that CGC thing that you did last campaign cost? Because I'd like to get some books graded. That would be nice.
How much did it cost me to get them graded?
Yeah, because we've got a place here that does that. But I've never actually, we've got a CGC
Yeah, if
grading.
you're just a customer trying to get something else graded, I think it's like $30-$35, something like that. But if you are a creator and you're getting your own, wow, everybody wants a 4-pack. Okay, I'll do it. If you're a creator, you're getting your own book slabbed, they'll do it for like $15.
Okay, because I need to go. There's one of the local comic shops here. They do that, so I was like, okay.
Yeah. All right. I guess someone else take over. I have to make another tier.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, then. Everyone, go to Amazon. Get my book called The Eclipse Theater. If you like short stories like The Twilight Zone or Alfred Hitchcock Presents, then
Someone
you'll like The
beside Matt
Eclipse
to take
Theater.
Is there anyone else?
You know, I actually did a video where I was talking about the iPad Pro, and that's like the book on the iPad Pro. I'm like, I wonder if Nasser sees this. He'll get a kick out of that. But you didn't see it, so get out of here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, but how about them Patriots? I don't know.
Epitaph Bread and Salt. It's on Indiegogo. Get it now.
Okay, tell them about your book. You hear it, tell 'em.
Sci-fi, supernatural, bad girls, hot chicks, cool guys. If you like that kind of thing, pick it up. It's waiting for you. It's there for you. It loves you. It needs and wants you.
For you.
So, have you guys been watching the playoffs at all?
Playoffs for which sport?
NBA? Yeah, I've been watching all
Oh,
that.
sure. Yeah.
The games tonight.
Oh, bruh. I had said Raptors in 6, and then I felt so stupid when they went down 2-0. My brother was roasting me. He was saying I couldn't call basketball games, but if they win tonight, I was right.
Yeah, I think they're gonna win tonight.
I think so too.
They hot.
They got all the momentum, man.
Who's it even down to? Like who's
Well, the
left?
Warriors are already in, so they swept Portland, so the Warriors are in.
Nice.
And so if the Raptors win, they'll go. So I don't think the Bucks have lost some of the mojo for whatever reason. So.
Yeah, I never liked the Bucks, man. I thought they were going to lose to the Celtics, but that might have been wishful thinking.
I would just like to see the Bucks actually be a good team for once in my lifetime. But they haven't been very good for most of my lifetime. So.
Dude, I'm a Bulls fan. They won a championship when I was a baby. I want to see them be good in my lifetime.
You missed out on history.
No, the Michael Jordan Bulls. That was my team. Michael Jordan all day.
You missed out on history, Nasser.
I can't explain how angry I was when Derrick Rose went down. That still haunts me. I was watching that game. I was so pissed. I was like, why was he in? We were up 12 with like, I don't know, a minute and a half left. It's game 1. It's Philadelphia. They weren't going to come back.
No, a lot of people in Tennessee love Derrick Rose. He went to Memphis. You know, he was playing at Memphis, and with what was John Calipari was the coach, and they went to the championship and lost to Kansas. And I was in Kansas when he lost, because my brother lives in Kansas. I had gone up there to visit him, and we watched the championship, and I was like, Memphis is going to win, and they got destroyed.
Dude, I'm telling y'all right now, the chat is absolutely hilarious. If y'all haven't been watching it, these guys are killing it. These guys are hilarious, man. I mean, they are all like, this is the worst thing ever talking about sports. Sorry. I just had to mention it.
Big Daddy Soybean says, Nasser is the perfect stream killer. I'm sorry.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna pitch someone else's book because this looks really freaking good. And again, it's on Amazon. It's called Culture War: Art, Identity, Politics, and Cultural Entryism. Right, and that's I had no idea what that was about. But listen, listen. This is absolutely the first book that has ever been written about Comicsgate. And it goes into huge detail about all of these things that have been happening with these people. You know, the crazy stuff that people have been saying. Even talk about Christopher Priest in there, and you know what he's experienced with DC Comics, basically that only offering him black roles or whatever. And it's a really good book. Yeah. So this guy,
with big boobs in there, because if he's got chicks with big boobs, I'll read it.
Same, man.
Yeah.
So you're going to be buying Epitaph Bread and Salt. Excellent. Thanks, Kanan.
Hey, umbrella.
Hey, how's it going?
All right, man.
I don't know what I've stumbled into. I was just catching up.
They were just talking about sports.
Is Ethan gone or something? Did you all take it?
Yeah.
He stepped away for a minute.
I was like, holy shit, hijack the stream.
He stepped right in
How
like
did you figure out
Ethan's
that
gone, right?
Ethan was gone?
because other people were talking. He didn't elbow drop anybody like in a minute. No, I'm just playing. Because Nasser started talking, and I thought, man, Nasser is taking over this damn stream.
Totally, man. Totally. People are saying Tug save the stream in the chat. So everyone wants everyone wants Tug to take over.
I just got here, I don't even know what's going on yet.
We were talking about big boobs.
Oh yeah, hey, that's the
that's Edwin's cue. That's Edwin's cue. He pops in as soon as we talk about big boobs.
Yeah,
there must have been some degeneracy.
Oh no.
Hold on, I'll be with you in a moment.
Edwin, while you're here, tell us about your cameo in the comic book brand. Please tell us about that.
Well, there is a billionaire sort of based on my likeness.
Yes.
The young lady some assistance.
Yes.
At first she tries to take advantage of him, but her better character, her better nature weighs out, and she doesn't do it, and he helps her anyway.
Dawn has she has natural stickiness on her hands, and yeah, her hands are very sticky. She has very sticky fingers, so yeah, she can be a little grabby.
Tug, I don't know if you can see this, but this is going up on my wall today.
Oh yeah, man, I love those prints, man. It looked good. Kyung Lee, actually, he's been designing cards as well. They look really good. I'm gonna post one of them today, I think.
Sweet.
Okay, everybody in the chat who's been harassing me about doing a 4-pack, I just launched it on the updates page of the Indiegogo. So it's right there. The link's right there. Go get it.
See, Mike, I already bought, and now you got this set up. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do now, man? I was trying to support you, man.
Pick a tier and get in. It's
already did.
Wherever you wind up is
will be the Elliot Fernandez cover. Comics Legend is asking.
Well, I bought Kanan's cover.
Okay,
it's like
fine then. Be that way.
That's my dude. You know that. Although that's the thing, I'm conflicted because I'm real cool with Elliot, and we're supposed to do our book later on Comic Boy Tomo. We're supposed to be doing.
Oh
that.
yeah.
Oh yeah. So
you made the right decision, Antonio.
Oh, by the way, check your DM, Kanan. I need to ask you something. So.
Dog is gay. I want to buy 4 Kanans. Go ahead. You can buy. Yeah, I mean, if you have the link, you can buy as many copies as you want. No additional shipping, no matter how many copies you buy. So just slap them all in there.
You out of here, Tug?
I mean,
yeah, I'm gonna go goof off for a little bit.
You just got here.
I know. I'm going to play
us from Nasser, and now you're running off.
I know, but see, I didn't know Nasser was in charge. I didn't check. They always say look before you leap. My parents told me about crossing the street. I didn't know that applied to going to the check. Yeah, if only Kanan would have been able to bring those big-breasted women, I would have been all right.
Yeah. I love it.
Nah, I may be back later if you guys are on for a minute.
All right,
See you, dude.
Mike, I spent $50 on your crap. Get a marketing pro. Thank you, Jeg. Yeah, I didn't realize that when I said someone take over, Nasser would jump in. I should have known better.
That's funny. Hey, I did some math before I hopped in.
You did
comparing,
math? Dude, you should not.
Yeah, comparing Heart of the Hero and Soul of the Soldier. So when I did the math, right now, you're at 150% of where you were at the same place with Heart of the Hero.
Oh, yeah, Mike.
Nice.
But backer-wise, you're at 126% of where you were at the same place. So your sequel is like the first of the big sequels, and that's a good sign.
Mike, this is your Empire Strikes Back. $107,187. Mike S. Miller bringing the heat.
Yo, Mike.
Bringing the heat with his second campaign. Hello, Edwin. Welcome. We're Comic Artist Pro Secrets. As you know, Comicsgate Live. What can I tell you? When I say Comicsgate Live, I mean that literally. We are live We are absolutely alive and kicking. And I gotta say, Edwin, I've been given word that the Big Two is afraid of us.
I believe it. Well, they're trying to copy us now with that drink and draw stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, those are, that's an interesting thing, but I mean, they're actually afraid of us for legitimate reasons. I mean, we're actually showing the way. We're leading the way, literally leading the way for where comics can go from here. As the sales absolutely sink into oblivion. Look at this. I showed this before, Edwin. I'm going to show it again. And this is in contrast to the success of the amazing Mike S. Miller's Lonestar 2, Soul of the Soldier. This is Comicron's April sales charts. April sales charts, okay? Look at this. Mike, Mike, what is the break-even point for royalties at DC Comics? Why do you have a gun?
Is it 30,000?
No, it's 40,000.
40,000. What this?
40,000. Mike, Mike, please put the gun away. You're scaring the kids. JW says, EVS, please don't ever leave us here with Nasser again. All right.
I didn't think that was that
bold
bad.
choice. That was a bold choice.
I enjoyed the sports talk. Perhaps Nasser and I should do a sports podcast on my channel.
I'm down.
I was like, yeah, I like somebody I can talk sports with, so I'm cool with it.
Well, Hunter arrived. He drove all the way in from Cleveland, Ohio, and this is the first time seeing his new home. So I had to give him a quick tour. Hunter is like, can I bring girls here? And I'm like, no.
Absolutely not.
Hunter is very, very happy. But he's unpacking upstairs. I'm like, I'm actually live right now, son. So I gotta get back to this. But in any case, look at these sales numbers. Really, number 34 here on the top 34. That's where the royalty numbers drop off now. I mean, it is so pathetic that there are only 34 comics that are actually above royalty level right now. People have to understand, your page rates are one thing. Most people get a page rate that's livable, but you kind of hope that you're going to see a royalty check. Somebody who is doing Batman, somebody who is writing Batman should be able to see something like $5,000 to $8,000 a month extra in royalties just for book sales. That's declining. I mean, that's absolutely declining now. So it is it's pitiful and it's pathetic. And in the meantime, you've got Mike S. Miller.
Yo.
Now, Mike, at this point, if you chop all the expenses off of what you've earned for your comic, what did you make? 3 times what you would have made for a book like that so far?
Oh, so much more.
Yeah, I don't even know because I'm not used to what you're making, but you know it's significant. Now, this is
for a standard, let's say 48 pages, I probably would have gotten in the range of $16,000.
16,000. Yeah, you're doing significantly better. Now we scroll down here and we actually see these are the trade paperbacks. I want to know, just for curiosity, by the way, Cyberfrog Blood Honey is number 2. It would be number 2 if we went through the direct market in terms of sales right now. Now Mike has only been up for a month. He's only been collecting pre-orders for a month, but he's already at, I see 1,783 backers. Wow. I don't know how many books that is, though.
I don't either. Okay,
so let's just say 1,783. Mike is right now. Mike is the number 17th best-selling graphic novel. Nice. But at a $25 price point, he's number 17. Mike has outsold Marvel Avengers Endgame, Teen Titans, Star Wars Adventures, Batman and the Justice League, Marvel Universe The End, Miles Morales, The Ultimate Spider-Man. Mike's Lonestar has outsold Supergirl. It's outsold.
And Supergirl has a TV show.
Yes. Mike has outsold Quick and Easy Guide to Queer and Trans Identities. Mike.
Oh boy.
Oh, Mike's the bigot then.
To beat that one.
Be proud of yourself, Mike. That is something to feel pride over. Neil Gaiman, American Gods. Mike, you beat Plastic Man by Gail Simone.
Nice.
I mean, you clobbered Plastic Man by Gail Simone.
Excellent. And yeah, this is way more. I mean, 1,700. Most of my backers bought more than one book.
Well, yeah. I mean, we're obviously when I say that I'm number 2 on this chart list, I'm just talking about the current campaign, the current variant. Of course, we obliterated everything on this chart, and so did you. But it is interesting to know that you sold 1,700 and almost 1,800 copies of your comic at $25 a piece, and Gail Simone's Plastic Man sold 1,522 at only $17 a piece. You utterly annihilated Gail Simone's Plastic Man. Destroyed it. What is the point of hiring these people?
Exactly. You know who else absolutely destroys Gail Simone's work? Gail Simone.
Well, that, yes. So, Mike, congratulations to you, as Lonestar Soul of the Soldier just continues to march forward. It's now at 108. You just cleared $108,273 with 7 hours to go, Mike.
I now want to do the math and figure out how many issues I've sold.
Now you're at 1,806 backers. So that just happened while I was talking. You're at 1,806. You moved up the charts. You're now, you're number 17. I think you're still number 17. We've got to get you to 1824 in order to get you past Infinity Gauntlet. Dude, you're going to outsell Infinity Gauntlet. I don't know what that is, but you're going to outsell it. Marvel.
Well, in a way he has. In a way he has, though, Ethan, because every single order of a crowdfunded campaign, that book is going to an individual who wants it.
Mm-hmm.
Those are orders to a comic book store.
Yeah.
So 40% of those are gonna wind up at some discount warehouse somewhere. They're just gonna rot on the shelves.
Yeah.
Not to mention overships.
Yeah, well, they're the overships, but those are, to be fair, like everything on Comic-Con, I think are just pre-orders. Whatever they, those are the orders that Marvel and DC received. Whatever they actually ship to the comic store, that includes overship. But let's be fair, it doesn't really matter. These books are most of these are going to sit on shelves, and then they're going to end up in Ollie's discount. Mike S. Miller's Lonestar Soul of a Soldier has 1,810 backers who purchased at least one copy each. 1,814, excuse me, and are going to love their copies sensuously. It's the return of the word sensual, Mike.
Uh-huh.
I think direct sales is absolutely the future of collectible comic books.
Direct sales, you mean this way?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Not the direct market. Yeah. I call it like zero pipeline. Somebody came up with that term way back when, and I went, yeah. So this is pretty exciting for Mike. It's terribly frustrating for other people. It's terribly frustrating for Dave Johnson, for example. Not to name names, Mike. But Dave Johnson did actually say he predicted your downfall with your next issue. He thought that Lonestar Heart of the Hero was just a fluke, and that Mike was going to plummet to earth with his next project. And to be fair, he did. That was the Meg theme G, and he did plummet to earth. But that's just because people had already decided that they loved Lonestar, and they were waiting for the sequel to Mike's smash breakout hit campaign comic. Lonestar Soul of the Soldier certainly has come out, and at this point, 7 hours left. We're sitting at $108,693. This campaign is cruising. It is cruising. I think $125,000 is now in sight for the end of the first month, Mike.
Oh man.
I've sold over 4,900 copies.
You've sold 4,900 copies?
4,900 copies.
All right, let's reassess, Mike, because I might have been wrong. Now, I thought you were at 1,700, Mike, but
that's 1,700. That's 1,800 backers.
Yeah.
4,900 copies among 1,800 backers.
That's right. So let's actually let's look at this again and just see where you are. For the sake of your doubters, for the sake of your haters, Mike. Only the best of us have haters. Mike, you are the number one comic. Let me make this clear. Mike, you are the number one comic in terms of trade paperbacks in your price range. People have to understand, we're not selling $3 comics. We're selling $25 comics. These are graphic novels. Mike, at 4,900 units, is the number one comic book in April. Congratulations, Mike.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, of course, these are April's numbers. We don't have May's numbers yet, but one assumes that one assumes that May's numbers are going to be similar to April. We don't have May's final numbers in, but I think that if Magic Order Volume 1 is the #1 book at 4743 estimated units, by the way, at $19.99, Mike is charging $25 and he smoked them at $4,900. Mike, go ahead. Everyone on Twitter, hashtag #1 trade paperback Lonestar. Lonestar Soul of the Soldier, the #1 trade paperback if it had come out in April. But let's forget about that. It is still the highest selling trade paperback in comics right now. Lonestar Soul of the Soldier.
Well, it'll still be the highest, for that month when it does come out. He's just smoking them all. There's just no way around it.
Everyone in the chat is freaking out, but make sure that this trends on Twitter. Let people know. And if you can, when you tweet this out, add the link. Add the link because people want to be a part of something successful. What did you say?
At Dave Johnson.
Oh, yeah. And let Dave Johnson know, Devil Pig 666. Let that guy know just so that he knows for his information. You don't have to taunt him. I'm not saying harass him. I'm just saying let him know. Inform him that, it was not. The tweet did age well. When Mike said that he made $113,000 on his first book, and by the way, it took, 4 months to get there? 5 months?
5 months, I think. Mike
is now at almost 1 month, and he is sitting at the incredible. Let me see if he cleared 109. Dude, you're cruising. Awesome. 109, $109,237. Dave was wrong. Peter Hand says, Dave, you were wrong. It's okay to be wrong. Just admit that you're wrong. There's nothing, everyone has pride. Welcome, Tug.
Hey there. Thanks. I said back in. Yeah, it's okay to be wrong. It's just not okay to be Dave. See, that's the
It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be Dave, as long as you humble yourself and admit that Mike S. Miller is smarter than you and better than you, and that he's defeated you and everything you believe in.
You have 9 thumbs down. I think Dave's watching.
How many thumbs does Dave have?
1 on each hoof.
Congratulations, Mike, as you again $109,347. Tug has to be impressed by this.
I am indeed. It's very good. I like the fact that all of these titles that keep rolling out, they keep doing great. They said that #1 follow-ups wouldn't do well. They also said that, if you had more than one project out, it was going to fail because you were overlapping markets. They get proven wrong time and again. It's a beautiful thing.
Everyone in the chat right now, we are loaded. This is Comicsgate Live, big time, just like it used to be. We've got some of the biggest stars in here in Comicsgate, some of the best voices, some of the biggest hearts, and some of the bravest souls. And I mean that sincerely. I know I'm often glib, but I mean it sincerely when I say that everybody on this panel right now is brave. Everyone on this panel is leading the way. And so right now, it's Comicsgate Live. If you're enjoying this kind of content, click that thumbs up. Let's see the thumbs up rise. We have, how many people are watching? 1,033. That's not bad for tonight. Very cool, everyone. Justin Maves for $2 or $10 says, hey, Mike, I just bought the EVS variant cover and the Monster Hunt 4-pack. EVS was right, by the way, about how you set your tier system up. Keep it simple. I meant to yell at Mike about this. But now it doesn't seem like I should yell at Mike because Mike is currently sitting at $109,507.
I made mad, the genius.
Kanan, what do you think of all this? How does this make you feel?
It's exciting, man, just to kind of see, things that we've talked about actually play out. And like I said, I think I left a super chat earlier, but a lot of times, I was telling my son about this. There's people that have a pulse as to what's about to happen, and sometimes people miss it, and sometimes, man, just some people are just on it. You know what I mean? And I think to your credit, Ethan, and definitely not to discount anybody else on here, but and related to Image only because the same kind of mindset, I think. Forward thinking set the stage for a lot of the creative processes and the creative energies that you have today, like artists like myself and others. But it took somebody to say, okay, it can be better. And them actually taking the initiative to actually do something. And I heard you guys talking about a lot of times you can boycott and stuff, but if there's no weight behind it, you just make a noise. But I think now, not only are we making noise, but we're actually showing fruit.
Yes.
People are like, oh my gosh, like this isn't like Gamergate, or this isn't like all these little fads and movements that have happened. It's like, dude, you have some of the most creative, and what I love and what I'm learning, Antonio can attest to this too, I'm learning business mindset on a lot of things. Do I get it all the time? Not at all, but I'm learning. And that's the difference, I think, with you guys, with us. Not only are we stepping out, man, but we actually have a business mindset, and that people that don't know can actually tap the minds of you, Mike, and John, and you guys are willing to actually show where somebody like the Big Two, man, they keep that stuff hush hush, and they basically have people just grinding all day, and they're making other people's visions come to pass, but there's no room to actually expand on, or even throw any creating. Like, I don't have a Indiegogo myself as far as like I've launched anything, but I get to add creative input to brand, whereas
quite a bit of it, yes.
Whereas like DC or Marvel, man, you don't really get a chance to do that.
Yeah, it's to add what you're saying, Kane, is this is the essence of friendly competition, where we're all trying to beat each other, right? Which fat chance. But the great thing is that they were all here to help each other. It's like we're trying to race up the ladder, but we're all pulling each other up the ladder at the same time. You know what I mean?
We're making comics great again, and everyone in the chat could help right now by getting Lonestar.
Yeah, everyone get Lonestar. Soul of the Soldier. Mike is now approaching $110,000. He's only $115 away from actually breaking that next barrier, getting to 110.
That's the Kyle Ritter trading card.
If we get to 110, everybody gets a Kyle Ritter trading card. Now, if we get to 113, we get a Wake Edwin up. Now that is Edwin's passing out over there. Poor Edwin. He works really hard. He works really hard.
Probably drawing a goofy picture of me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was drawing.
Is he drawing?
Comicsgate is interesting. Comicsgate is interesting in the fact that we could just sit around and complain, bitch and moan about the industry leaving consumers behind, or we could offer alternatives. And I think that was a lesson that other movements they didn't have. I think that's been taken over to other movements as well. You've got to have some kind of solution for this. And I think that it's been interesting to see how hungry consumers are, and that there are indeed pros out there that want the consumer's money. They want to respect you. They want to actually give you a good product, but they don't want to treat you like crap. It's kind of amazing. It's not only introducing new people to comic books, but it's retaining a lot of consumers that are frustrated and would walk away otherwise.
Amazing.
Product collectors are coming back.
What I find is, oh, sorry, go right ahead.
It kind of reminds me of not talking sports, but how EA Sports monopolized and bought the NFL contract, and it kind of like killed Madden, the video game. I mean, it killed the excitement of the game. But before that, there was like other companies that were creating NFL games. So it was like, oh man, I can get Madden, or I can get NFL 2K, or I can get this game, or I can get that game, and it kept everything healthy. And I think that's what Comic-Gate, like you said, Tuggy, I think that's what it's doing. It's keeping it healthy.
Yeah,
it's competition.
When these people start yelling, you're a homophobe, you're a misogynist, you're a racist, it's almost always in response to someone's overwhelming monetary success. I mean, that's what I see.
That is weird. That is weird and true. I don't get these people at all. These SJWs are weird. And not only that, anyone who professes to be kind of Comicsgate in their heart and who is not supporting campaigns like this that actually demonstrate that comic books are in the wrong spot and that we have some solutions. We have a new way of doing things. You guys really need to join the team. You guys really need to be supportive and sign up and be a part of this. Whether or not you are yourself a content creator or a comic book creator, how do we say this in a very millennial way? Stop hating. Start being a part of this. If you really believe that SJWs have taken over comics, are ruining comics, that comics are suffering because of them, this is the solution. This is the only solution to that, because we've tried to get the companies to remove them. The companies are unable to or unwilling to. They're afraid to. This, at this moment right now, is exactly why they need to listen to us. As Mike S. Miller clears $110,053. Congratulations, Mike.
Thank you very much. Right on. The Kyle Ritter cover. Cover. So many covers. Kyle Ritter trading card is now added to the whole kit and caboodle. Everybody who's ordering a shippable package is going to get a pretty thick stack of trading cards at this point.
100%. Now, nobody here, the great thing about Comicsgate also is that nobody here, everyone here is happy for Mike. I don't get the sense that people are envious. People wish that they were making what Mike made, or that everyone is pleased for their own success and for the success of the other guy.
Well said.
Right.
But
It just inspires me even more.
But
Yeah.
that's the difference, though. The difference is people who look at other people and they're jealous or they're spiteful of that person's success. They never learn anything from that person's success. They can't learn anything from it because they're just angry at it. I'd prefer to look at somebody who's doing well and say, well, what did they do that helped them get there? Then maybe I can get there.
Yeah.
But these people don't really seem to want to get there. I mean, even like I talk sometimes about my friends who kind of have these kind of SJW type beliefs. That's something I kind of see in them, that there's not they like to talk about, they like to be angry. That's part of the thing with them. I think it feels good. They don't like the success. They don't want to be part of that success. They say they do, but they'll never, it doesn't seem like they'll ever, do anything to try to make themselves become part of that, to try to gain that kind of thing that they say they want. They
what
don't
it is?
work toward it.
You know what it is, Nathan? I really think that these guys have this weird perspective where the world is like, all the money in the world is like a poker game. And when you show up with there's a fixed amount. They're not taking into account. They think that if you have success, that they will actually have less success. And
You've
that's
got
not
all
true.
the coins in front of you. There were a lot of coins on the table. There were a lot of chips on the table, but one guy has swept them all towards himself.
Right. That's
aren't
what these
anymore.
people think. That's absolutely true. When they're not taking into account that there are always goods being produced, and there's an unlimited supply of that. We just and when you earn more for yourself, it actually helps your community and the people around you. And that's the bottom line.
I mean, when the success of that umbrella guy is the case for the Littlest Umbrella, which I believe is still in demand right now. You can go back that campaign and should. The success of the case of the Littlest Umbrella shows that you don't have the myth used to be, it's only these comic pros that are no, Umbrella Guy is not a comic pro. Now he is. Umbrella Guy is the guy who is on YouTube. He's talking consistently. He's entertaining people. He's made a connection with an audience. That's all it is. He's made a connection with his audience.
Yeah. There was also this myth of you have to have a specific type of comic. These people out there, they're only doing one type, which is a lie anyway. I mean, we have all different types of comic books, but I did an all ages comic book, a lot of these people were, right off the bat laughing at that idea. Well, we'll see a failure here. Yeah. Really, really good failure there, right?
Dude, we're just smoking them left and right. Look at Mike. Mike's at $110,203. Everyone here is supporting Mike tonight. Well, I'm sorry, $110,451. Everyone wants to see Mike succeed. But you know what they want even more, Mike?
Cookies?
No, they want me to read my super chats. So I'm gonna.
Just scroll down where you are, Kane. I just uploaded Kanan's what he's working on right now, since you can't see it with the blinding light on his table. You can
Okay.
see the what he's working on.
Mike doesn't listen to a word I say. I said what they really want is they want me to read my super chats, and then Mike goes into this whole other thing where he wants me to give attention
Right there.
to Kanan. Mike,
You got it right there on the screen.
Mike, no, I want to get Mike.
Oh my gosh! Think of Kanan. Poor Kanan.
I am thinking of Kanan, you jackanape. I want to give Kanan the time that he deserves. I don't want to just go, let me look really quick at Kanan's thing. So I got to rush over to super chats. We get into Kanan. We'll show what Kanan's doing. Mike, you have to trust me. At some point, please, God, Jesus, up in heaven, touch thy servant Mike S. Miller's heart.
He's nice.
Let him know that he needs to trust his friend Ethan Van Sciver just once. After time and time again, Lord, you've demonstrated to him my wisdom, and he still won't listen to either of us.
Amen. I love hearing you pray, Ethan.
Give it a pound, Jesus. Right there. Thank you, my brother. Literally, because I'm Mormon. All right, so let's move on here.
There you go.
Expendable Hero says, "Hey Mike, can't wait for the crossover. Snagged all 4 covers. Lonestar, ho! That's good." Michael Beacon says, "Hey EVS, I do a weekly SJW Skeletor parody reviews of Comicsgate books. Next week is Jawbreakers, then Lonestar issue 1. Looking forward to Cyberfrog." Oh, cool! I hope you are kind in your review of Cyberfrog, which is not going to be as good as Mike's book.
But Ethan, I heard Cyberfrog was a cash grab and it is not coming out. Is that true?
Well, it was definitely a cash grab, but it is coming out. And thank you for, supporting it the way that Comicsgate has. My goodness sakes, fantastic. That book is going to be absolutely terrific. And once again, all we're doing is just showing these people. Cyberfrog Blood Honey made $835,000. We just tallied it up. $835,000 so far. We're doing something right. They're doing something that's maybe old and busted and outdated. Justin Mabe says, "Hey, Mike, I just bought the EVS variant cover." Oh, I just read that one. Jeg says, "Those sales figs. EVS, Mike, the 13th Amendment made it illegal to own bitches this hard." I think that was a racist joke. That was racist. He said, "But watch out. Whale Simone will be mad and sinking ships after this." So thank you, Jeg. Rhaegar Targaryen says, "Where is Malin?" Where is Malin?
Probably with his wife. I mean, he's got the link. He can come in anytime. That's what a lot of people don't understand. They'd be like, where's this person? Why is that person not in here? They have the link. They're in the room with us. They just haven't came in because they're probably living their lives.
I don't understand people living their lives when this is the most important day of Mike's. It's like we can all sacrifice a little time. Sailor Moon Loves Tuxedo Mask says, "Is it just me or does everyone like 4LOM and Mike?" Everyone likes 4LOM and Mike. Everyone except for Dave Johnson, but he's learning a lesson tonight, and I think his heart is changing. It's hard not to admire someone who makes $113,000 in 4 months on his first book, and then launches a second book, and in a single month earns $110,891. It's hard not to admire someone like that. It's impossible to feel envy for that person, just nothing but admiration. Isn't that right, Mike?
Well, I think Dave can try.
Zerank says, "The difference between Comicsgate and Gamergate is comics are less time and cost prohibitive than games. Comics are also delivered faster than games, weeks, months versus years, speaking to rate of output."
Or sometimes not at all. Most of the games that ever get developed never get published.
Matt Becker for $2 says, "Ethan, quit saying my goodness." Do I say my goodness a lot?
My goodness.
My goodness.
You say, yeah, a lot.
I do say that. And I say, but you know what? Honestly, it's better that I say my goodness than using the Lord's name in vain, which is what I usually do. When I'm frustrated. Mike is showing me the way to that. He's softening my heart. He's saying that you don't use God's name in vain like that. But sometimes, see what I have to stop myself. Sometimes you're driven to it. So I'm trying my hardest. But I'll stop saying my goodness too, and instead I will say what, Mike?
Goodness gracious.
Goodness gracious or goodness sakes? Goodness sakes.
For goodness sake.
Golden.
Jeg says they do make one type of comic book, low sellers. That is true. Crazy Maynard 2003 says, Kanan, how many hidden D's are you putting in your drawing? A lot of people think that anyone who is doing a cover for Mike is hiding penises.
Oh, no.
Well, that's why we had the meeting, yeah, to make sure that everyone wasn't hiding them in the same place, right?
Yeah. We wanted a little variety with and Mike, don't worry, I didn't hide. People want me to have hidden a penis in there. I did not. Okay, I did not. It's right out there in the open. Surprised you haven't seen it yet. George Renda says, Uncle E, I have a Switch and I don't drink no goddamn soy. He made me say that. Also, you're a Gen X like myself, not a boomer. Everyone keeps saying this. Boomer doesn't necessarily mean a child of, the end of the war. You guys people who were born in the late 1940s are not on YouTube. Boomer just means you act like it. That's all. It doesn't. I know I'm a Gen Xer, but a boomer, they're making fun of how old you are. A Cold Piece says Johnny's Law coming soon to Indiegogo. They can follow on Twitter at A Cold Piece. Also, Sweetcast and others, you're in my hashtag CG Delta group. PR for CG. Liam Gray says, I've been talking to Cal since the early days. They get my thumbs up. His Shinobi Sasquatch script is tight. Zebulon Pike says, get the Kanan or Elliot cover. Thanks, fam. Which one? Since Elliot's not here, we'll just say Kanan.
Yeah.
I vote Elliot.
Oh, that's just because Kanan was rude to you a second ago, Nasser. That's the only reason you said that.
Kanan was rude?
He was rude.
I can tell right now, Kanan's cover is 100 times better than Elliot's.
Okay, hold on a second. Somebody in the chat just said we're at $110,999. We're $1 away from hitting 111. So that's pretty exciting.
We're $111 away for 100. Never mind.
Yeah. Let's see. Gimp Rider 66 says, you guys make me feel old. I read my first comics in the 50s and 60s. Oh, I take it back. We do have some actual boomers on YouTube. Robert Vermley says, got back into reading comics last year, but tired of the politics and BS from Marvel and DC. Thank God I discovered you guys. Just back Lonestar. The Mighty Thor says, I got Lonestar covers A, B, C, D, and a Monster Hunt. Love Lonestar, and you guys should form a company. Get into stores and spinners and grocery stores. There are people who are investigating that. Now, I am of the opinion, and you guys can argue with me about this. By the way, Mike, you just hit $111,137. Congratulations.
Beautiful.
I'm of the opinion that I don't think it makes a difference. I don't think being in grocery stores matters.
I think it matters.
I don't.
I think it's good outreach, but
You got to put it in as many places as possible.
That's something for the future. That's something for the future.
Yeah, remember what I said to Mike about Ben Shapiro? I think, when it comes to marketing, Mike was excited because he wanted to get on the Ben Shapiro show. He wanted to get on other people's, shows and promote Lonestar, and he thought that would make a difference. But I told him it didn't make a difference because no matter how big Ben Shapiro's audience is, only a tiny fraction of those people is going to be inclined to purchase a comic book from Mike Miller. Just a tiny fraction. They're people with interests that mostly are politics, and mostly people who only focus on politics are not really interested in comic books. So he's better off just continuing to market to comic book fans directly. So I feel the same way about supermarkets. The number of people who come through supermarkets are going to be that actually stop and pick up a comic book about a character they've never heard of. Minuscule. And
you can make that argument for any book. Most books you pick up, you've never heard of them. You take the chance on a lot of things.
No, but Nasser, but what I'm saying is, yeah, you can make that argument for everything, but the most effective way of marketing a comic book is to market it straight to people who are inclined to buy it.
Yeah, but
not just market it to everyone and hope somebody finds it. That not anymore. In the old days, kids bought comic books. Nowadays, kids do not buy comic books. And you can say whatever reason that is, but they don't. I mean, they just don't. So you can put it in a supermarket. You're going to see some sales, but the problem is if you put a comic book in a supermarket, it's going to be returnable, and that's a whole other headache. You know, the direct market's big scam was to make comics non-returnable. So Mike would put his comic books in a supermarket. Let's say he sold 100,000 comics across the country to and Canada to supermarket chains. He's going to sell how many of those, and the rest of them are coming back to him, beat up in crates. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's marketing.
So it is all about, like, you know, there's one thing about outreach to
Not
people.
for profit, it's for outreach, like you said. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know, my feeling is that the best way to do it is to attract an audience like Mike has. Mike has a pretty healthy number of subscribers on YouTube. Market straight to them. Keep growing his audience. Keep pleasing them with the work he puts out. Grow that audience. Keep marketing straight to them. They are a good portion of them, a healthy percentage of them, are absolutely inclined and definitely will buy Mike's comics. Worrying about going to comic shops, worrying about going to you know, grocery stores, supermarkets, places that comics used to be, just, I don't think it's a good use of your time.
I still think long term that's good outreach, but I'm not even going to worry about it right now.
Yeah, you're doing fine as it is. Thunder Robot says, okay, you pitched it good. I bought a copy. Jeg says, oh, thank God, Edwin and Tug, the show is saved. People are excited to see Edwin and Tug all the time.
Well, Tug, maybe. I'm just going to make you do some math. That's all. It's nothing but homework and math problem.
Jeg says, Mike, I spent $50 on your crap. Get a marketing pro. Camo Black says, Mike, if it wasn't for the troops perk, wait, wasn't the For the Troops perk supposed to include all 4 variants? That's what I bought. Am I missing something?
Yeah, the For the Troops perk has all 4 color variants. It doesn't have the black and white variants, and it doesn't include Monster Hunt. So if you want to get Monster Hunt, go ahead.
Wow, big super chat from our friend Liam Gray, $50 Australian, says, I will argue with you, EBS. I think getting into the mainstream is essential for the next stage of Comicsgate. The only way to circumvent censorship is for the kids and teens to want our stuff. We're already forbidden, so attractive, so we just need mainstream exposure.
Well, let me harsh that for a second, because honestly, the cheapest, what Comicstorian is doing would reach more people. And I don't think it's something we should do.
Yeah, because it's not targeted. Like Ben Shapiro's not targeted to a comic book audience.
Right. No, but what I'm saying is that if at some point we want to take our older catalog stuff and purpose it for outreach, do videos on YouTube of those comics, like the way Comicstorian does it, or maybe even full-on dramatic readings and stuff. But if you want to reach people just with that kind of free content, there's very little money involved in producing that sort of stuff, and it, you know, Comicstorian videos reach millions of people that aren't going to be reached at grocery stores.
Yeah,
at almost no cost.
Yeah, you know what, I had this conversation with Comicstorian, you know, way back before I decided I was going to do this. Way back in, like, before I even had a YouTube channel. I said, you know, pal, you talk to this many people. If you wanted to produce a comic book, you talk about comics all the time, you're a comic book fan. If you guys wanted to start a comic book company, you would be incredibly successful. And he said, I don't want to do that. And that's when I got my idea to do that. But I mean, you know, from his standpoint, he had 1.6 million subscribers. It would be wait, he told me how much money he was earning from his YouTube channel. You know, and it was significant. It was really significant. He would triple that if he did his own comic book and promoted it. I mean, it was just, you know, you know, again, we proved ourselves right, and that is important. Mike is at $11,683 right now. Congratulations, Mike. Mike is what, $1,300 away from tying your previous score.
Yeah.
What was your previous score?
Good on math. 113366, I think, was the last time.
113366. Okay, so we gotta get past that. That's gonna be a reason to cheer once we do that. All right, so Mighty Thor says, I got Mike's Monster Hunt cover. That's nice. Jeremiah Jones says, how long will the Monster Hunt perk be up, Mike? Can only afford 2 covers at the moment.
Oh, it'll be up as long as the campaign is up.
Razdoc says, buy Hunter a 2009 Cobra Kai Dodge Challenger. Yeah, in dreams. Alan Black says, we agree. Vox Day's real name is Teddy Spaghetti. So I've heard a lot about the spaghetti thing lately. Teddy Spaghetti. That's cool. I don't know who started that, but it's funny. Kim Brighter 66 says, I'm a Shapiro fan. Pilgrim Driver says, Ethan, are mainstream comic books willing to lose money just to maintain their crazy SJW politics? Yes.
Yes.
Tons of money. They already have.
That is apparent at this point.
Yeah.
How you
When
doing,
you were
Hunter?
looking at Omicron, that reminded me of Gail Simone, your former partner. She relaunched Marvel relaunched her Domino book, yeah?
Yeah, hold on one second. I'm giving Hunter money for pizzas.
Oh, nice.
Art, come on in here, man.
What?
Does Art have the link?
Oh, I have $60. We'll use that. You'll get some pizzas?
Just don't let him put pepperoni and pineapple on it together.
No pepperoni and pineapple together. I don't really know. If there's pizza up there, I'll come up and have a slice, but I'm not hungry. So just bring home pizzas for however many people are upstairs.
I'm hungry.
Yep. I know. Hunter says hello, everybody. So
Yo.
Aloha.
Liam Gray said, remember when Mike was poor? Killing it now. John Chedester says, I found Comicsgate through Ben Shapiro. So, well, that's a thing. I'm not saying that it's completely ineffective. I'm just saying that's not where we should be, you can
actually track where the sales are coming from, especially on Indiegogo. You can actually track where your sales are coming from. It's pretty.
Yeah. Back Wenger's Super Harem, says Rhino. It has Joseph Ball, Tug's artist on it. Wenger has taken his lumps for being Comicsgate. Only 3 days left, but still short. Is Super Harem still short?
Yeah,
It's about $1,500 more, I think.
Yeah.
All right, I'll try to get a live stream on there. I feel here's the thing about it. Like Super Harem is an adult comic, so I'm not sure who's in my audience, and I don't necessarily want to sell them a book about sex, like not not an adult comic book with nudity in it. But I mean, I want this.
That's why I never promoted Blue Mamba, even though it looked like a fantastic book.
It wasn't a fantastic book.
It wasn't?
Nope.
Also, obviously the other one, whatchamacallit, with the zombies and the girl that goes topless through the whole book.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, Red.
Yeah, whatever that was.
I read the first issue. It wasn't bad. I just never got the others.
Yeah, people are like joking. They're like, I'm underage. All right, I know most of you are of age. I don't know. Like, I'm not sure who I'm speaking to all the time. There are over 1,000 people, so I'm not quite sure. Let's see. Darth Gavel says Ben Shapiro is one of the few out there who will willingly fight the SJW left. I love Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro and I had a nice phone conversation, Mike.
Yeah, and he's a comic nerd.
He sure is. Ben Shapiro was like, do you want, you interested in doing something? And I said, yeah, maybe later. That was a long time ago, though. I think that was like June or July. We had a conversation about perhaps jamming. And you jumped right on that. He was like, he knows who I am. He knows who you are. And he wanted to talk to both of us. Do we want to get into business with Ben Shapiro?
I like Ben.
I think that's probably a wise decision.
Yeah, I do too. I think that's a good, that would be a great decision.
We just like get their investors and form a big company.
Mm-hmm.
That's a thought.
Mm-hmm.
Mike likes that idea a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Cider Hype says my books will only be available via Zero Pipeline. And Get Down Demon says, Hail Caesar, you need to have the talk with Nasser. He doesn't know where to put it. What are they talking about, Nasser?
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know if this is a conversation we want to have.
They were making jokes in the chat when we were talking about where to distribute books, and I said you had to put it in as many places as possible. They were turning that into something nasty.
Okay, there are some places you should not put it. If you haven't had that conversation with your father yet, there are actually some places you should not put it.
Pure degeneracy. That's right. Micah D. By the way, my little brother's name is Micah. Micah Van Scar. I've got Ethan. That's me. Josiah, Micah, Noah, who most people know, Noah Van Scar, and Jonah. Those are my brothers. They're all biblical names. Mike.
Right. I've got Micah. Two of my kids are Micah and Josiah.
Oh, how about that?
Jebediah Van Sciver.
People always used to say that they'd be like Obadiah, Jebediah, like we were Amish. Like they would You know, my mom just went right for it though. Like, I'm giving my kids biblical names, and then she's like Noah and Jonah, and I was like, Jonah, whatever you do, don't date a fat girl. You know.
And did he?
Wow.
I tried to name every one of my sons Jedediah so that I could call him Jedi, and my wife wasn't having it.
Jedediah. Micah D says, EVS, me and my wife agree that grocery stores wouldn't work and direct-to-comic consumers is best. So what do you think of digital sales? Maybe make a hub for it, call it Comicsgate Hub, April's idea. Yeah, digital's interesting. My thing about digital is it's so easy to pirate. And to me, digital is the last stop for these books. Like, I think, in my opinion, and I'm just one man, my opinion, our comics should be rolled out the way movie premieres are.
I am so glad you said that, Ethan. That is the exact reason that I am doing the free 21-page brand preview, because I want people to pirate the book. That is the very reason I'm doing the 21-page preview.
Yeah, well, I mean, my opinion is like we roll out Lonestar Soul of the Soldier. The initial run is that's the red carpet premiere. Okay, there are all different ways that you can get in to see it first. You're going to get the first copy. Then after that, we perhaps break it down and launch it through the direct market. Different version of the book, but the same content through the direct market. That's on TV.
So Ethan,
that's on cable. Hold on, NASA. Let me finish. And then we do. Then we can do the digital after that. After that, you do digital, and that is basically, hey, it's free. It's on TV now. It's on TNT. You know what I mean? So you let people see it as many different times, but. If you just put it out digital, you're going to obviously make less money on it, and people are going to steal it. People are going to be more inclined to steal it. Not like they won't steal it anyway. Some people are going to scan it and steal it. But this is just the most, I think, effective way. What's up, Nasser?
So is that what we're going to do with Viet Cong?
Archgeek says, Nasser, just stop.
Oh, come on.
Just stop, Nasser.
Come on.
All right. So Lola Meats says, get Super Harem funded. Lola, yeah, I know. I don't know why I'm the only one who does it, though. Why doesn't Mike help get Super Harem funded?
Right.
What about Umbrella Guy?
I've talked about it some. That's where some of its backing actually came from, I think. I don't know. And so it was one of the projects. I haven't spotlighted a lot of projects. I'm getting back into it. We've been like full bore anime lately, but I've been covering more comic books, talking about them a little bit more in live streams.
I have been a few times too. I find myself talking more about the comic book industry than Star Wars because there's so much weird stuff going on.
I don't know. I burned down on the comic discussion for a little while. Part of it, there's two prongs on there. Part of it was talking about the mainstream. And after a while, you see so much either just, the negativity and the vitriol is okay to look at. It's really the blasé comic books that burn you out. When the norm becomes just a terrible comic book, then you don't want to look at that garbage anymore. It's no fun to mock it anymore. It's just the same thing. So I don't know. I'm finally getting back to talking about some of that culture because they are, they are damaging something. They are running a lot of people off. And I guess it is part of, I look at it as part of my responsibility almost. If I want an effective industry to lead somebody to something better, we're losing a lot of lifelong fans. I would be one of those. In fact, if certain pros hadn't, like we wouldn't have had some of these conversations like yourself and Diversity in Comics. A lot of those guys wouldn't have taken the time to talk to people. I would have walked away. I would have taken $250 a week with me pretty much on singles and trades. I've still taken that, but I'm now redistributing it into what we're doing here. And I mean, I don't know. I think it's a lot better for it. So as much as it pains me, I think we still have to talk about the walk away too. I'm trying to get back there.
Yeah, until things change, I do support a boycott. And as I've said, I said this earlier, Tug. Did you see the Christopher Priest Newsarama interview with Chris Arant?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So after that, I have announced that I am supporting a boycott for Vampirella #1 from Dynamite. And the other thing is, Dynamite Comics took a beating. When we announced that I was going to be doing variant covers, Cyberfrog variant covers for Vampirella, the Reanimator miniseries, SJWs went full tilt to try to pressure Dynamite to cancel this very simple, very small transaction between the two of us. They tried their hardest to pressure Dynamite into just saying, I'm sorry, we can't do this. The pressure's just too much. I've never been bullied by this like this online before. Bunch of SJWs saying, we're never buying your comics again. I'm sorry, but until you not work with Nazis, we're not buying your comics. They had that nonsense coming out of both ears. They had pressure from some of the people they're working with. And you know what? Dynamite said, I'm sorry, we honor our agreements.
Nice. You know,
And-
it was
and it
Tim
blew
Doyle
over.
saying that crap, and he would never buy Vampire. Can you see little Timmy Doyle actually buying a
They don't
Vampirella
buy
comic book?
Dynamite books. And in any case, if you look at the charts, I mean, Dynamite, Dynamite needs. I love Dynamite. Okay, I really love that company, and Dynamite needs us right now because you look at the sales charts, and I will. Let's look at what's going on in April here. You go all the way down the charts. Oh, we have to go up. These are the trade paperbacks. But you see, sales are so bad, and where does Dynamite show up here? A lot of these, wow, Marvel, DC, boy, Dynamite Crackdown. They have a book called Crackdown, selling 1,163 copies. It's like Dynamite, Betty Page Dynamite covers, 1,509 copies. This is a company who is saying, you know what, the direct market isn't working for us, and sometimes when we do produce SJW comics, SJWs do not show up to purchase them. So who cares if they say that they are not buying them? They weren't buying them anyway. And frankly, we need to find a new business model. Peter Cannon Thunderbolt. This is the book that a bunch of SJWs said, we're not going to buy this anymore. It's selling 3,340 copies. Are you telling me that if Comicsgate got together and we told our customers and we told our fans, look, we need a boycott. These people have been strong. These people have stood up in the face of SJW abuse, which is the only thing we have been asking them for. The only thing we've been asking the mainstream to do is stand up and oppose SJWs. Dynamite did it. And Dynamite Dynamite publishes SJW comics too, but they did it. They said, no, we honor our business agreements. And Christopher Priest refused to bow and bend the knee to some idiot named Chris Aran at Newsarama who tried to threaten him because he said there were only two genders. This is a moment right here. Comicsgate needs to stand up and institute a boycott. Vampirella #1 is their big push. They're proud of this book, written by Christopher Priest, with covers by Alex Ross, Adam Hughes. All of the best comic book artists are doing Vampirella variant covers. Get out there, buy Dynamite comics.
Yep.
Show them that their bravery needs to be rewarded. Show them that when they stand up to SJWs and tell them, no, we're not going to submit to your blackmail. We're not going to submit to your bullshit. We are actually going to do what's best for our business, which is selling comics. You guys need to respond to that by buying their comics.
Hell yeah.
That is the only way to save the industry. So I am instituting a full-on Comicsgate boycott of Dynamite comics. Buy Vampirella #1. It comes out July 17th. Go to your, they need that to be they're hoping for a big success with Vampirella #1. Give it to them. Give them their big success. These people aren't paying attention to you. These people aren't listening to you. These people are bending the knee to crazy far left-wing bullies, terrorists, social activists who want to ruin lives. They just want to destroy lives and businesses. And I'm not going to stand by and let them destroy a company like Dynamite that is trying really hard to publish good comic books and is able to say to them, is brave enough to say to them, no, I'm sorry. We made this deal with Ethan Van Sciver. It's going to be profitable for both of us. And you know, in this company, in this business, in this current environment, you are not going to stop us from a profitable business transaction. That's huge. So reward them. And when I launch the Vampirella Cyberfrog cover, support that too. Let's just show these people that the customers are all that counts, not the politics of non-customers and social justice warrior bullies. Thank you.
Preach it, Ethan. Preach.
Semjai Z says, when is Vampirella coming out? Vampirella #1 hits July 17th, I believe. That is the date that we saw. Go to your retailer. Go to a comic book store. If you guys believe in this, if you guys believe in Comicsgate, if you guys believe in making a difference in the comic book industry, actually do something proactive. Go to your comic book store. Give them your credit card. Say, order me 1 copy. Order me 4 copies. Order me 10 copies of Vampirella #1. That's it. I just want 10. I want one of every one of the variant covers. I want these books. I want to reward Dynamite for standing up to SJWs. That's worth getting in your car and driving to a comic book store for. Thank you. I just go off and I have to say thank you.
Ethan, I
need to approve this message.
Right.
Ethan, I just wanted to say that just this has been a crazy night while we've been sitting here, but just sitting here on this panel, I've sold almost $700 worth of brand just sitting here on the channel. Right? I'm not joking.
That's
we're
great.
over 60. Yeah, we're at $67,281 now, and it was
Oh, that's awesome.
Congrats,
awesome
man.
news.
Yeah.
All right, let's see where Lone Star is. Last I looked, it was at 112. Now it's at 112,341. So now we are about a little less than $1,000 away from beating Heart of the Hero. So we're, you know, that's what we got to get to. We're going to sell $1,000 more of Lone Star. Mike's still got 6 hours. I predicted 120. I'm saying he's going to get to 120. He could push 125. I mean, you know, it could happen, Mike.
Do it. Scroll down so we can see that Kanan White cover.
Oh,
Say
yeah.
125.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, Kanan White's. Oh, this is his sketch cover.
Yeah.
Shit, look at that.
Is that? Are you working off of that, Kanan, or did you do that and then do overlay?
Oh, yeah, I did overlay. I used the Lightbox because.
All right.
Hold
Yep.
on here. Let me
Show mobile
screen. This is it, man. This is Kanan White's cover, Monster Hunt cover, in progress. This is a layout.
He's showing it on his screen too. The one, the more final stuff. Tighter pencil.
Okay. Yeah, this is fabulous. Great job.
Thank you.
With talent like this.
You're a hack, Kanan.
Oh, look at that. He's actually, hold on, let me see where Kanan's at here. He's actually doing the detail now with the pencil. Get in there, get a copy of this book while you still can. Get a copy of this book now and actually help Mike's total as he approaches the end of his first month, the end of month 1 of Lone Star Soul of the Soldier. And I'm sure Mike has more plans.
Mm-hmm.
And I also see that Kanan is using my cover from Jawbreakers as reference.
Yes, I am.
Don't do that, man. I mean, go look at what John Malin did. I was just copying John Malin. I'm sure I got things wrong.
I got his too. It's actually got his and
Okay, you got everything there. Yeah.
got everything. So, yeah.
Edwin, what do you think of what I said about Vampirella and Dynamite?
I read that Christopher Priest article, and he sounds like a normal, sane, rational individual. And so, yeah, we should absolutely support them. We should support anybody who's going to move in the right direction. You know what I mean? If they're going to go out there and take that risk of taking that beating, then yeah, we need to come out and support. I'm down for that. Christopher, after reading that, though, I have a new respect for Christopher Priest.
Yeah, I do too. Christopher Priest refused to bow down. He just refused to bow down to these people. And despite the warning, and the way these warnings come is extra spooky, because what they do is they come at you like concerned friends. You know what I mean? They go, "Did you really mean to say this? Do you want to take that back?"
Mm-hmm.
Or they'll say something like,
"It's not going to age well."
Yeah, it's not going to age well. But they'll say, they don't say that. They say that to people they already hate.
No, that's not a good look.
Mark Wade would say things to me like, I just have to say, it's not gonna. What would he say to me? He'd say some really weird things. He's like, your friendship with diversity in comics, you're gonna find that that's controversial. Do you think about that? Do you think about how that's gonna affect the way people look at you, and things like that? And I'd be like, I don't care. It's like, well,
yeah, RTR says the right side of history.
The right side is a bit. Maybe you should put a little thought. And I'm just warning you. They say things like, "I'm just letting you know." Okay, just letting you know that people are going to talk. And it's the way and then it sounds like, are these people? Is he my friend? Is he warning me that? No, he's threatening you. You know, that's what that is. That is the way an SJW threatens you. That means that the whisper networks are already happening, and they're already connected, and you are going to pay for it unless you bend the knee right now. It's pretty interesting, and they've actually gotten much more bold about it too. I mean, they just come out and directly kind of say things now, like, and they warn you about how you can deal with things. I want to show you something. Let me see here. Tim Doyle is one of the weirdest of them, but Tim Doyle has gotten so bold now. Let's see here. All I said was one thing to him. I just said that he has a small penis. That's all I said. And you know, he's like, what? You know how these like SJWs speculate about conservatives? They go, you must have a small dick if you need a gun. Dude, you wore the Vampirella costume, but in fluorescent green. Like, it's a fact. Like, people see the size of your penis. That's on record. It's on record. You can speculate about mine. Many people do. All right, so let me just show you this right here. So Tim Doyle is actually threatening a taco shop. It's not just comics. You understand? It's not just comic shops that these people attack. This guy found a taco salesman. Guy sells tacos. Tim Doyle doesn't like his politics. All right, so this is what Tim Doyle does. He tweets out, "Oh look, he deleted this, but who's we? We saved it. Internet is forever. I live down the road from this place, and I will never go back now. And I'll make sure all my friends know." And this guy here, Tyson Blankenmeyer, says, "You are the virus. Trump is the cure."
To Ilhan Omar, though.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know who this is. I don't understand. But by the way, and Tyson responds.
Anti-Semitic congresswoman.
Oh, Tyson responds and goes, "Tim, I did not make that comment." Okay, and I don't know why he would deny it, but I mean, it's kind of scary. Like, look, this guy's he's probably going to get on Yelp. He's going to fuck my business up. And Tim Doyle says, oh, wow, look at this. Somebody in the chat goes, "I have many of Tim Doyle stories going back 10 years. EVS, you got off lucky. Steve, hit me up in my DMs. I want to hear them." Tim Doyle says, "I saw it on your timeline, bud. And there's a deleted tweet in this thread up there. So what, pray tell, was the tweet you deleted then?" And here's what he says. "Honesty and reflection is the only way out of this one, man." Now,
who the fuck is Tim Doyle?
I want you to think about Tim. Tim Doyle is.
I mean, I know who he is, but who the hell does he think he is?
That's correct.
No way.
These guys, though. I mean,
about?
You ask why businesses will fold, or people actually bend the knee to them, because today, I mean, if you look at their Twitter timelines, they're talking about stuff like, hey, these people are actually Nazis. They're talking about, hey, this is the way we treat fascists. They've been posting pictures of a shirt with a guillotine on it. So they're talking about killing people. I mean, they don't even hide it. They don't even hide the fact that they're painting normal, average people as fascist, and then saying, hey, the only way to let a fascist vote or a fascist speak, is, well, we march them right up here and give them one last line. It's
Nathan is furious,
I'm just wondering, like, does he say shit like that to people in public? Because he would get stumped the fuck out. Who is this dude?
There's no way. There's no way.
He would never say that to somebody in public.
You guys have to understand, this is what happens. Now, he's saying this to a private business. He's got this guy thinking that this guy said something about Trump. He's a Trump supporter. Tim has now basically got him on the ropes, and he's just saying, you're going to have to apologize for having your politics, for believing that Trump is a good president. You're going to have to apologize, and you're going to have to be honest about the fact that you posted that tweet, and then you're going to have to self-reflect about your politics, or I'm going to fucking destroy you. I'm going to start a whisper campaign. I'm going to tell everybody in Austin, Texas, that you are a Nazi and they shouldn't eat your tacos. And this guy, that's the audacity of this one SJW. Now multiply Tim Doyle by many hundreds of people in all kinds of different industries all over the country. That's what we're up against. Those are SJWs. And if you don't know how to deal with some idiot like Tim Doyle, he can be very, very dangerous to your business. If you've never experienced an SJW swarm before, they can be very, very dangerous. If you don't stand up to them, if you don't talk to them the right way, if you don't treat them like the yapping little bitches that they are, then they can be devastating to your business. And that's what's going to happen to this taco stand guy. So I just want you guys to understand what you have, what's going on right now with Dynamite Comics.
Wow, this dude
is, yeah, exactly. Dynamite Comics, Tim Doyle came after Dynamite Comics the same way he came after the taco guy. And you know what happened? Nothing.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to say it again. Support Dynamite. Buy their comics. Go out today. Go out tomorrow. It's late. Go out tomorrow.
But
But
see,
that
that's
taco
how
stuff-
that's
wait,
how
that
they get
taco
away.
stuff-
No,
Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say that's how they get away with that stuff. It's not because of what they actually do. It's because of what. Well, I mean, that's part of it is about people being afraid of what they'll do. It's like once you stop being afraid of them, they're kind of like, oh shit, we got nothing here. This person's not afraid of us. They have to move on to the next person because they're nothing. This is
But
an
it's
internet
because
tough
they're mentally
guy.
unhinged, though. This is the same guy that hired a PI to go through Diversity in Comics family. I mean, he threatened Diversity in Comics kids. I watched him do this stuff. I mean, it's not some secondhand thing. You know, he was. This guy is crazy. These
Yeah,
people are absolutely crazy. I mean,
he's gonna mess with the wrong person one day, and he gonna get hurt real bad messing with the wrong person. Like
well,
that.
I mean,
Well, we
what
don't
is-
want anything painful. We don't want any hurt to come to Tim Doyle. We want
No,
him to come to his senses.
I want legal hurt to come to some of these.
Well,
people.
that may
I
happen.
want, yeah, when you're going, when I saw that exchange with DNC where he was talking about again hiring a private investigator to dig through somebody's life, talking about his kids. I mean, it's so creepy, so bizarre.
Yeah, you can't go around doing that to people. I
He
mean,
does.
everybody won't stand for that. That's ridiculous.
You know what? Unless somebody refuses to stand for that, unless somebody actually stands up to this and makes a difference in some kind of way, this is going to get worse.
Yeah.
People say, SJWs. What do you mean by SJWs? I show you every day what I mean by SJWs. I'm not making this up. These are poisonous, dangerous, toxic people that destroy lives, that destroy businesses, that destroy prosperity. This is a very, very real problem. And they've taken a hold of the comic book industry. And the comic book industry doesn't know what to do about it. We're going to fucking show them what to do about it. That's what Comicsgate does.
Bowing down to a guy who crowdfunded tampons through the Church of Satan, and not joking. That's actually a real thing. Or he was talking about making sweet love to somebody's pets. I mean, this guy is
Such a weirdo.
Yeah, but that's an example. Some of them are. That's kind of a baseline for some of these people. So some of these people are much worse. And yeah, we can't. We have to support companies that'll stand up to that because that's the only way to show them. We can show them that they're failing now. If they listen to them, well, we can show them, that they can actually succeed if they decide to turn away from them completely.
That's the only way. The only way to win is money. That's it.
What's funny is like it's kind of like that age-old thing. Like you accept something. If somebody did, for example, a logo for you, and it was, by all intents and purposes mediocre, but you wouldn't know that until you saw something better. So you would think that would be the standard. That's the gold standard. Okay, that's what I was supposed to look cool. But all of a sudden, then you get somebody that comes along and they have something that's actually good. You're like, oh man, wow, there is something better. Mm-hmm. And that's what we're doing, man. Like we are creating stuff that's quality, but just as good, and if not better than anything you would get on the stand. But the difference is that we have a connection with the fans, the people that are actually buying it, man, that those bigger companies don't really allow time for. It's like I said, it's almost like normally nobody would ever meet any of you guys unless they went to a convention. Now, here is an open door where they can literally come in and be like, hey, there's Ethan, and here's Mike, and I can actually, voice my opinion, and they actually hear me. It's not like, hey, you got a queue line, and it's like multiple people, and you may get to talk to the artist, and you may not. This is so, like, it removes the barrier and makes us tangible.
Oh yeah. This is how we communicate with a mass audience. This is how we make an influence. This is how we sell comics. And this is how we can actually promote other people's comics when they are doing things that make us happy. Wow, hold on a second. Comics, Cyberfrog Blood Honey is selling comics too right now. Dude, we're at $206,916. Nice for the third variant cover. Thank you, everyone. We're gonna
there.
We'll flip over to 207 pretty soon. Mike, you might get there in your next month. I got to be honest with you. You keep this going. You keep the steam going. You could hit 200 in another month.
That'd be so amazing.
It'd be cool. Wrestling Today, thanks for $2, says, is Mike going to stop being selfish and begging? No. That's a simple answer. No, he's not. Mike is not selfish. I wouldn't say that at all. Mike is not selfish. Let me read some more of these super chats. Thank you, everyone, for the super chats. Wow, I'm getting grocery money tonight too. So thank you for this. Grocery money for that. These are housewarming gifts, Mike.
Very nice.
People are sending me housewarming gifts.
Could send you pizza money.
And, well, yeah, I just gave Hunter my. He's like, "Do you have money for pizza?" I had $60 in my wallet. I was like, "Take this, and I guess spend it on pizza." What the hell? Yeah. You never have money for long when you're like dad, You never have money. Let's see. New to the comics, says Maza Monty. New to comics and supporting quite a few of you. I hope you can come up with a solution to the high price to export. 25 minimum, cheaper future option, please. Yeah, we'll think about that. But I mean, here's the thing, Maza. I think the answer is that we're giving. Most people give you 20 pages of content for $5, and it's kind of garbage quality. We're trying to pack a lot of content together into one comic book and give you maybe 2 books a year, so that we're not constantly shipping you miniature cat spanker floppies. It just seems like the better way to go, and that way we can charge you one big price, one shipping cost twice a year. Seems better, but we'll work on it a little bit more.
And the quality. We have the time. I mean, you guys are paying us, 100, 200,000. Well, Ethan, $500,000 to draw one comic book. We're spending the time that we couldn't afford doing a monthly grind comic for Marvel or DC. We're spending, dude. I'm spending as much time on these pages as they have to. Each and every page, each and every panel, each and every figure, so that it is the best thing that we can produce.
Yeah, I gotta say, man, I just hit 207. Thank you. $207,201. Thank you. Wait, who did that? Was that somebody in here or no?
Yeah, I just sold some more books too. People are buying tonight. Thank you.
It's great. Yeah, I have to say, Cyberfrog Blood Honey, there is not one panel in that book that I'm ashamed of. Isn't that interesting? Like, it's like the whole book is good. The whole book is good. I hope my writing is as good. But it is the best artwork that I produced, and there's not one weak spot in it that I can see. I'm sure Mike's going to criticize it, and he'll find a bunch of weak spots. But I think it's good.
Only if you want me to.
Well, I do want you to, of course. Sophia N says, as a normie, I love what Comicsgate is doing. Back Cyberfrog, Jawbreakers, and now Lonestar 1 and 2, and Monster Hunter so far. Intend to back more in the future. Thank you. I hope that you enjoy the books. GK1 says, woke up to a secret tier in my email. Back the 4 times tier. Super Harem, Blood Hunt, and Epitaph are next. Looking at Shinobi Sasquatch too. Skeet Neat says, I was interested in getting Black Hammer at my local comic shop, but looking further down the back, it had Mark Waid recommendation printed on it. Should I avoid it? No. If you think it's cool, buy it. We don't want to tell people not to buy comics.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, if it looks cool to you, buy it. Read all the comics you can, because ultimately all you're doing is you're returning the investment that the comic shop made, the retailer made in these companies. So we want you to buy their comics. The only thing that we're going to do is we're not going to say boycott. We're going to say boycott. There are going to be certain times like tonight, where we're saying invest in Vampirella #1 from Dynamite Comics. There are going to be times when we actually say do buy this, but I don't think there's ever going to be a time when we tell you don't buy anything.
I never found a moment to slip this in, but Christopher Priest, in that article, Christopher Priest was the first writer I ever worked with at DC.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He wrote, Christopher Priest used to go by Jim Owsley.
Yeah.
That was his other alter ego. And he wrote Spider-Man versus
Wolverine.
Which was like, by the way, that comic book came out in 1988, 1987, 88, $2.50 on the cover. And I could not afford that comic. I looked at that, 60 cents, 75 cents. That's what I could afford. $2.50. I could not afford that. And my sister bought it for me for Christmas.
It's one of my favorite Spider-Man stories, by the way.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah.
Oh, you know what I just saw at the comic shop the other day? Freaking X-Men versus X-Men and Teen Titans.
Oh, George Perez, right?
Walt Simonson.
Walt Simonson. Well, George Perez did the cover, didn't he?
No, Simonson did the cover.
Oh, what am I thinking of? Oh, maybe you're right. I got it now. I remember. Mighty Thor says, I'm buying Vampirella. You should work with Priest. Yeah, I'd love to. Jag says, pick up volume 14 of Vampirella 2 days ago to support them, and a 90s Alan Grant era Lobo trade collection because hell yeah. Cars in Depth says, new Gillette ad, dad teaches trans son how to shave. Is that true? That's not true. I think that was an Onion article.
Why do we have to question whether or not that's true?
That's the world we live in right now. Argentico 2003 says, I buy everything EVS promotes. So charming. Angelic voice, human sunbeam. Hail Caesar. Thank you. Hail Argentico 2003. Lola Meets says, back Super Harem. Ball and Wenger have went hard for CG. They deserve to be funded. And Joseph's art is amazing. All right. Lola, I will, I'll tomorrow, after Mike's first day is over here, or his last day is over, I'm going to go hard for Super Harem. I'll get them on here. We'll promote them. Stalin Falcon, thanks for $10, says, hey, Uncle E, because of your morning stream on my lunch break, I went to the comic shop and bought $124 cash of Vampirella back issues and requested every variant of the new series and pull ordered. Thank you, Stalin Falcon. You are the best. You are the kind of comic skater that makes a difference. Thank you. We love you. Skeet Neat says, the guillotine can also mean they're fans of Death Grips. Razdoc says, don't support Cybertronic Spree. Doyle does their art. What is Cybertronic Spree?
Something I've never heard of before.
Tim Doyle's an artist?
Yeah, Tim Doyle is kind of a poster artist. He does pop art. I don't know. Your mileage may vary. I find it very, very soy-based. Occasionally it's good, but it's pretty weird. And what he does is he does posters, and he sells his artwork by combining it with other. Like he has these mystery tubes, and you can buy a mystery tube for like $50 to $500, something like that. And inside there are 5 posters, and 4 of them are his, and 1 of them is somebody that you want. And that's how he got. And people used to complain about him all the time.
Refresh the Lone Star page.
Oh, let's see. Okay, Lone Star sold the soldier. I'm not even sharing it right now. Hold on a second here. Let me share this. Dun, dun, dun. Boom, 113,383. We have now officially beaten the first campaign, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Part of the hero.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. That's phenomenal. 113,383. We're now like I don't know, maybe $16 ahead of the original campaign. Congratulations, Mike.
Very exciting.
Are we ahead, or am I wrong?
Yeah, we were 113366. So we are, $17 ahead.
Congratulations. And we're just gonna keep pumping. Let's get this thing to 120. Actually, I can't stay on too much longer. I gotta, my family's here. I'm gonna go swimming with Hunter. Just have a nice evening with my kid. I only get him home for like 2 days. He comes home for like 2 days and then he leaves again. It's like, yeah. And he's like, I'm hanging out with girls, Dad. He's got a date Sunday night.
Yeah.
Wrestling Today says Mike has never promoted anybody but himself. Now that's a good point, Mike.
That's not true. He had me on, and he didn't know who the hell I was, and he let me come on right over. That's a fact. I'll speak on that all day long. That's a lie. That's not true.
Okay. So we're supporting Mike. Nerve Clack says, which cover of Lone Star Monster Hunt should I get? What do you guys think?
Which one do you like? Oh, wait. That's right. We're not done. who's your favorite artist? If it's me, then get cover A or B, and if it's Kanan, get Kanan. If it's Elliot, get Elliot.
Get the one that won the last draw and recorded.
It's just a matter of taste, though, right? Like, it's not like one is more rare than the next one.
Nope. Well, we'll see when I'm gonna print to order. Well, pretty much.
Okay. Darth Gavel says backed, can't wait. And Plant Nation says thoughts on the Alt Hero series by Teddy Spaghetti. I read one of them and it wasn't bad. Okay. I mean, I think I did a review of Vox Day's first comic and it sucked ass. I mean, it was so awful. And then Alt Hero was an improvement, but it's still, he's got a ways to go. You know, it takes time to learn how to tell stories. And you know, obviously Vox Day, you know, it's something for me to not, you know, I'm being polite. Like, all right. John Whelan says, can we see you swim like a frog in your pool, EBS? No, you can't see fat me in my pool. I'm sorry. That's something that's just not going to happen. But what is?
Can you get rid of those Vampirella swimsuits and?
No, I'm not Tim Doyle. I do not make fun. I do not allow myself to be humiliated for the enjoyment of movie producers, which is what happened there. Cyberfrog Blood Honey team up cover, $207,321. Thank you guys for supporting this comic. Lonestar Soul of the Soldier right now sitting at $113,603. Mike, congratulations! You've now blown way past. Way past your first campaign. You did it in a month. You've still got 5 hours to go.
Yeah, I will be streaming all night.
You know, somebody asked who Tim Doyle was, but I've got a counter question, you know, or an observation. You can go through life looking like a lollipop that somebody dropped in the gutter.
Oh,
should you?
Yeah.
Should you?
He looks like a wad of silly putty that's been rolled in someone's pubic shavings. Now, if you is that accurate or is that?
Wow,
That's a little strong.
It's very descriptive. Hey, you are a writer, Ethan. You are.
But
a writer.
I'm right. Yeah, I am right about that. And nobody said no. He doesn't. You know, he does.
I think Tim Doyle basically is like if Patton Oswalt just like grew like the Marshmallow Man, like exponentially, and then just grew a bunch of pubic hairs out of his face, like you said there. Yeah, that's him.
What a douche. All right, so Lonestar Soul of the Soldier, 113,000. Let's just check in on Earthworm Jim. I've got it here. I want to see if he blew past his first time. I think he was at one. No, not yet. Earthworm Jim is trying to beat Bigfoot Bill. His first campaign was at 198, so we're watching this one closely. He's still halfway through his first month, and he's very, very close to passing Bigfoot Bill. And, of course, he will. I think I like to bet on these things. I think Earthworm Jim's going to come in at – what do you guys think?
Earthworm Jim?
Yeah. Let's just say after 48 days.
Oh, 48. Oh, yeah, it's a 60-day campaign, huh?
Yeah.
300-400.
Double this, 400?
Oh, yeah. Maybe. 3 to 4, yeah.
I think it depends if it has Ethan Van Sciver's full backing and support behind it or not.
John Malin.
What's up, John?
I have two numbers. So one number would be if it's just running what are Comics Gate, what is it when it's on the side of it?
Adjacent.
Yeah. If it's running Comics Gate adjacent, I think it'll probably do about 240, 250. If it's running full steam Comics Gate with Ethan's full backing and support, I think it'll do 300 plus.
Well, that's kind. I appreciate that. That makes me worth about 50,000. So my endorsement. I don't know. I think it's Earthworm Jim. People are going to be excited about it. I think double what he's got now. I'm going to say it's going to land at 400, whether he gets my help or not. But you know, Doug is. I watched Doug talk about writing today on his YouTube stream. Really, really enjoyed it. He was editing his own script. And I was like, he's like, wait a second. Okay, so the princess says, we're so screwed. She wouldn't say screwed, so let's cross that out. I'm like, you wrote it. Like, what do you mean? Like, she wouldn't say it. Why did you? I was like, is he editing his own script? Yeah, he was. But but it was fascinating to see him go through the process and talk about how to write dialogue. And he had this interesting thing that he said. He was just like, every page needs to have a little goodie on it when it comes to dialogue, a funny word, a joke, something like that. And it was super, super cool. In the meantime, I got to show this morning. Obviously my letterer is working pretty hard on Cyberfrog Blood Honey. And I got that Heather Swain page that I did. Let me see here. Why can't I ever do anything right, guys?
Oh, that's not true.
It's like horrible. I'm so bad at using my computer. All right, let me just show you this. I'm pretty excited about the way the word balloons look. I'm such a I do comics my whole life, but I'm still excited about seeing things get lettered. You know what I mean? Here's Heather Swain, and it's oh wait, keep this blown up.
I have that issue. I own that.
You have this issue?
I do.
No, you don't, because this is from Blood Honey.
Oh, well, then I don't. I'm so wow.
The bootleg version.
Why does that look so much like number 1?
Oh, because that's a recreated page, isn't it, Ethan?
That's right. It's a recreated
that's
page
why.
from issue 1.
Okay. Now I don't feel like a dumbass completely.
I'm glad that it looks. Yeah, it was meant to evoke that single page where Heather first
nice.
shows up.
Okay, that makes sense.
And
it's the lettering with the yellow and the green there. It's really cool.
It's so evocative of 90s Cyberfrog. My letterer, his name's Somnavision. That's the name of his lettering studio. Went above and beyond to find Robin Spihar's old text ideas, like his old, the way he did balloons, and his fonts, that are unique for every single character. This is Chell Sin's font, and he recreated everything. And then he's always thinking about. Remember Spawn? I mean, Spawn was so expressive just in the terms of the lettering. The lettering was so good. It was just alive, and it became musical. You could just see with the way the lettering was put down, the tone of the way people are speaking. And so
Tom Orzechowski, I do believe his name.
Oh yeah, Todd had the best of everyone. He had Orzechowski, and everybody was jealous of him. He had the best colorist. So here's Ben Riley, and he's just like, oh, Heather. Is this your shortcut through a cemetery or into one? She's like, get away from me, Ben, you creep. Eventually you'll give in. She says, no, I won't. And then she knees him in the balls. That is what you do. You have to knee guys like this in the balls. But I'm absolutely just in love with the way this book is coming out. Every day I get some more lettered pages in, and they are fantastic. And this book is going to press. Oh, God, is it going to feel good to actually hold this in my hands? I worked so hard on this book, so hard on it. There's not one single panel in this book that I wish I could redraw. That's something. That's the gift of Comicsgate. You guys gave me enough money, and I know you waited for it. I'm fully aware of all the jokes, and, people were kind of busting my balls throughout. But because of the money that you gave me, I was able to create a product that I would actually be proud of myself, and take the time necessary to do that. So I'm endlessly appreciative. When I do my next campaign, I'll be a little bit quicker, I promise. I'll have a better estimate of when the book will actually be in your hands. That's a big lesson I learned from this. But most of all, again, just over and over and over again, thank you for letting me do it my way.
Yeah, you also exploded the page count too, didn't you?
Yeah, exploded the page count. The entire book's going to be 88 pages. The story is not 88 pages, but it's much bigger than 48. We're going to use the extra room in the back to produce, I'm gonna print. I'm buying Kanan's pieces that he's done, and I'm buying Kyle Ritter's pieces. They're going to get full page splash page treatment within the issue. I'm going to show all of the sketches that we did, like all of the stuff that we did on live streams together that led to this. I want to do an interview. I want to talk about it. The book is going to be chock full of extra features. It's just going to be a beautiful package that I think you're going to just enjoy reading. And you're going to put that bookmark to use. So thank you again. I'm just happy. I'm so thrilled. Excited about this. Excited about doing my next project too. It's all because of us. It's Comicsgate, guys.
Yeah, this is getting big. This continues to grow so much, and I'm proud of every single last damn one of you guys. It's really awesome.
Yeah, tonight is all about Mike S. Miller. and his terrific success. And cheers, Mike. Congratulations for showing them. As you $113,841 as you're about to clear $1,400 and then just say goodbye to the total that you scraped together over months for Lonestar Heart of the Hero. These are customers that are happy with the book that you gave them, and they are they're paying you back in kind.
Yeah, he did in 30 days what took about 6 months for the last time, so that's really huge. And if anyone's curious what's on my screen, this is the trading card from Kyle Ritter, which I think kicked in at the 110,000 mark. So this is available now. Is this just added to everybody's deal, or is that a certain tier, or what?
Anybody that ordered anything that I can ship to, well, any of the books. If you got a book, you're going to get the trading card set, which at this point I think is at 9 cards. If I remember correctly. I'll have to go back.
Yeah, and again, Kyle Ritter is a beast, amazing artist and colorist, both real talent.
And Muerte, I see you in the chat. I'm sending you the cover art and the other covers that you bought. Thank you so much. I thought I'd ship them all out together. So I hope you're happy with the cover that I did. He bought the original. So Mike,
Yeah, he's bought quite a few originals.
Your biggest fan. He loves you so much. He's buying artwork of your character by other artists. So that's fantastic. All right, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna close this stream out tonight. Is there a party somewhere else?
Yeah, I'll be launching one. Let me finish eating this, and then I'll launch another one. If you guys, everybody's invited.
That's
Blacklist Universe.
Blacklist Universe, everyone. As we continue to watch Mike change comics with Lonestar Soul of the Soldier. It's the second Lonestar comic, and thank you guys for all of your support, both for Cyberfrog, for Brand, for all of the comics that Comicsgate is promoting right now. Please do go ahead and back Shinobi Sasquatch. I'm going to be promoting that soon, and also I'm sorry, what is the
Vestige?
Back Vestige. But that's not the one I was thinking of.
Super Harem.
Super Harem. God damn. Go back to Super Harem, please. I'm gonna give some attention to that tomorrow. It does look really, really good. It's a sexy book, and I think it's, as long as you're an adult, it's the kind of book that you are gonna enjoy. It's a fun superhero kind of book. All right, everyone. Thanks very much, and I'll see you again tomorrow with another live stream. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.